That's awesome. Welcome everybody to my live stream. Just waiting a few minutes to let people come in. Hey Redneck Rebuilds, how you doing tonight? Good to see you tonight. How's your day going? Everything going good for you? I'm here. That's all that matters. That's good. That's good that you're here. Thanks for joining tonight. Thanks for being here. Yeah, just getting some stuff together so that we'll be ready for tomorrow. Just going on a little live, a little bit late tonight, but it's all good. Wanted to do a live tonight instead of not doing one, so I had a doctor's appointment today and it didn't go well. Uh-oh. That's not good. Got some bad news, huh? How's everybody doing tonight? When did you go to the doctor today? Just earlier today, or did you go just a little bit ago? Or hey Finn, how you doing? It's coming on a little bit late, but I got some vacation time, so I'll be heading out to the Ozarks tomorrow. So I thought I'd jump on and do a live for a little bit tonight, see who's all out there. They said I had to go to the ER, and I told them I didn't have to do nothing. Uh-oh. Well, maybe you should have got checked out. Did you get checked out, though? What are you up to, Finn? Don't want to leave anybody out. I'm doing good. I just got home from vacation. Oh, right on. I'm good, brother. All right, as long as you're good. But but being told that you got to go to the ER, that's pretty serious. Got to take care of yourself. Yeah, I'm just starting a vacation. I took a couple days off work, so I won't be back to work till Tuesday next week. So that'll be good enough for me. I'm taking my meds. I need to. I feel a little better. Yeah, that's good. Good to hear. Something goes wrong though, you go get checked out. Got to take that stuff serious. You're my number one fan. Right on. I like hearing that. Yeah, hopefully you guys will be there tomorrow. I'm going to be doing probably some live streaming out there so you guys can see what's going on. I haven't been out there yet, but my brother's all set up out there, so he's probably got his yurt all set up and just waiting on me to get out there. And so I had so much stuff going on tonight that I couldn't get out to the Ozarks until tomorrow. But we'll get out there and then we'll do a live stream for everybody to see how everything is out there, and then probably hit the lake after that. Maybe we'll see what happens. Finn, I don't know about that. I had an okay day. Yeah, it seemed like a long day for me. I don't know. I got off of normal time. It's just, yeah, putting in a full day of work and then heading home and working when you get home. That just makes for a long day. But it's all good. That's what we do, right? Got to keep the wheel turning. So yeah, I'll probably set up a yurt tomorrow night. I've got a new yurt to check out. But I'll also have my mini cabin with me, so that's going to be a good way of bringing all my supplies out there. Looks like it might be raining too. I'm looking at buying a paddle boat. Right on. A pedal boat, so you can get out on the ponds and stuff. I did not like to come back to my house. Uh-oh. Yeah, we'll see what this weather's going to be like tomorrow too. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad, so that we can get a little bit of a break. Otherwise, I'm going to have to set up a bunch of canopies so I can have some dry spots to be underneath. And got some new lights that came in, so I'm going to be trying those out. It's kind of similar to what I usually use on my mini cabin. Go anywhere I want. But see, it's a little bit different setup. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's how dark it is in here, but a little bit larger light, so I'll be using these, and they're solar. I don't know how well they'll be as far as the power for recharging, but I put them on the chargers, and it didn't take very long to recharge them. So just a little bit more light, and I got a couple more coming in, so I'll have a total of 4 for the mini cabin that I use. Oh yeah, it's hard to come back home when you're on vacation. Yeah, and then it just closes up into a box, but it's got like 5 different modes. So, and I like to use the amber because the amber lights, they don't draw so much attention to the bugs. And out there in the Ozarks, it's bug crazy. We're right next to the lake too, so that makes it even worse. But appreciate you guys hanging out tonight, though. I didn't know if anybody was going to be on here besides new people and stuff. But if you are new, check out the channel. Hey, how you doing, Amanda? How you doing? I'm on a little bit late tonight, but it's all good. I wanted to come on before I go out to the Ozarks tomorrow, so at least I get a live in. Hope everybody's doing good tonight, though. We're going to be doing some walleye fishing and catfish. My brother's probably already fishing, so I'll join up with him. You will be at the property till Monday or Tuesday. No, not that long. I'll be coming back and forth. Hey, Ramby, how you doing? Hey, thanks for joining my live stream tonight, everybody. Guys, hit that like button as you're coming in. It really does help out, and I do appreciate you guys. Most of you guys already know. Hope everybody's doing good, though. You guys got to check out this. I got another mini hatchet. It's really cool for the channel. You probably can't see it too good because it's so dark in here, but hey, how you doing? Is that Lori? How you doing, Lori? Good to see you again. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Well, it's just a little smaller hatchet for kenneling wood. Got a little wood handle on it, and it's a cool little hatchet. As you guys know, I collect knives and hatchets and everything, so I like to try new stuff out, new gear. But yeah, so we'll try to go live tomorrow too. Um, right after I get set up and see what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So Amanda says, very neat. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I threw my name in the hat for a free mini cabin. Oh, sweet. There you go. Well, you might even win, man. You might get lucky and you might win that cabin. That'd be awesome. What's your favorite knife? I got a ton of knives. I've got quite a few knives, but my favorite design is probably the cuts like this, the blade. I like metal to go all the way through because I use them for cutting up my kindling wood and stuff. But I like it, this type of cut on the blade. I've got all sorts of knives though. I have to go to sleep. All right, we have a good night tonight. Thanks for joining us tonight. Anybody new, check out my channel and hit that subscribe button if you guys like it. I like buck knives. Yeah, I like buck knives too. I got quite a few knives though. I'm starting to collect them a little more now. But I love these little tiny knives. See, this type of knife blade's pretty cool too. It's cold steel knife. My favorite knife is Microtech Butterfly. It also has a blade on it. Sweet. Yeah, everybody hit that like button. Thank you, thank you. Finn. Yeah, everybody, thank you for joining tonight. Awesome. Good to see everybody in here. I missed all you guys and gals. So yeah, it should be pretty exciting. I got some time off finally, and we'll see what happens though. I'll be back and forth though because I want to try different places. I don't want to be set up at one camp for too long. I like to, kind of move around and stuff. Set it for one night and then go to another place unless it's a really good spot, and I'll stay there for a night or two. But I like it down on my property too. So now that I've cleaned it out and got the grass all cut, it's so nice. Got my trail cams up there. So hopefully I'll catch some new footage on those cams. I like the stream. Right on. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad. Yeah, everybody's here. That's cool. Well, not everybody, but there's a lot of people. You need to give me a wrench. Yeah, I got a wrench. I got a wrench out in the truck. Yeah, so it's the weekend for me. Oh, thank you. Thank you for liking that. But yeah, it's going to start a little bit early for me. Thank goodness. I didn't know if I was going to be able to last one more day. Starting to get burned out. Just got another 11 years to go. Oh, sweet. You subscribed just now then, huh? I do appreciate you guys subscribing and commenting on my videos too. I appreciate everything you guys do. So yeah, we'll set up that right on. Thank you. Make sure you leave me comments though on the videos that you guys watch. I love deer hunting. Right on. Cool. Yeah, I got quite a few deer videos in there you can watch. Check out. I told my brother we got some pretty good sized bucks on the property if he ever wants to join me in the tree stand. So I'm still waiting. Yeah, I've also got a really cool blind that I'm gonna set up out there and put some cameras all the way around it, and I'm just gonna sit there and do a live stream and show you guys the deer. This this blind is so cool. It's like you can see out of all the way around 360 degrees, but you can't see into it. It's pretty cool. It's one of those pop-up ones too. It's good size too. So, but I'll get in there and I'll set my camera up. We'll do a live stream. It'll be real quiet and see if we can get one to come in. Hey, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. Right on. FLX. Hey, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I got quite a few videos on there now. I think I got like 400 and something. So got a lot of deer videos too. Wildlife. I just uploaded one a couple days ago too. Just a few captures on some of my game cams, but my trail cams. But I actually had to change my SD card because it wasn't compatible with my editing program. So in my computer. So when I was trying to install those videos in my edit, it wouldn't accept them. So I had to change the card, and I'm gonna and reset it all up out there. So, which is no big deal because those deer come around every night. So we'll see which ones come in. I'm hopefully trying to capture a mountain lion that's up there. I'm really hoping I'll get that one of these days or one of these nights. I might even have to set out some game for him just to bring him in. But there's enough roadkill out here that I could stop and grab a couple rabbits, and that'll probably draw them in, either that or a bobcat. Lots of coons too, so I might have to string it up in a tree and let it hang down just high enough that a mountain lion could actually raise up and smell it. Otherwise, the coons will just take off with it. My blind, you can see out 360 degrees. Yeah, that's the way mine is too. I'm actually going to set up a platform too, up in the trees on my property. There's tons of trees. It's all woodland, but I'm going to get to where I can find 4 good trees that are set up, pretty close to each other, and I'm going to put a platform up there so I can put the blind up there as well. I seen somebody doing that, and I thought, dadgum, I got to do that. That's for sure. And then I'll set up my cameras around the base of the trees, and then I'll do a live stream up in the tree so you guys can see. Because these deer are so tame. I've had the property for a few years now, and so the deer are really tame. They don't care if I'm down there; they'll still come in because I usually feed them all the time, and I got deer salt licks and mineral licks everywhere. So, and they can't stay away from that stuff. Solid built out of used lumber and tin. Sweet. Yep, mine's just a pop-up. Mine's a pretty cool, like a canvas type tent type material, and it's just a pop-up. But it's it's 360 all the way around. But it's a good size one too. It's not too small. So we'll get it out and set it up so you guys can see it. We'll get all set up, and then we'll jump in there and do it live. I think that would be pretty cool. I'll have to spray some urine around it so they can get rid of the human scent if I bring. But at the same time, they really don't. I don't bother them. So I've stood there and I've been maybe 50, 75 feet from a buck just standing there watching me. So, but it's pretty cool. My wife can almost pet the deer here. Right on. Yep, all I gotta do is just grab a bowl of like carrots and celery and all kinds of cool vegetables and throw them out there, and they'll come right around. Lots of corn too. I usually put bags of corn out there for them, but it's just to draw in the wildlife. I don't lure them to hunt them or anything yet. Normally we'll set up the deer stand and we won't have any feed out when they come around, but we haven't hunted it yet. We just kind of seeing what's out there. And it's been years too since I purchased the property, but I thought that'd be pretty cool. Set up a blind and do a live stream out of it. But I also wanted to use that platform for some tents that I've got too. Do some camping. Put a hammock up on the platform as well, just above the platform. I think it'd be pretty neat. Do a camp out on top of the up in the platform. That would be pretty cool, and have like a canopy above it. case it rains. Plus, I like to have a canopy because all the bugs that fall out of the trees. You'll be surprised how many bugs land on you when you're out there in the woods and they just falling out of the trees all night long. It's crazy. But then again, it's just out in the Ozarks, so out in the wild, that's what you're going to get. Especially when a fire's going, the smoke will actually draw the spiders out of the trees. I don't know if you guys have experienced that before, but I've sat there in front of the fire and had it smoking like crazy and just sit there watching the spiders come down on the webs where the smoke is going up. And it's like, it draws them all out. But, so yeah, hopefully you guys had a good night tonight. I was going to be on a little bit earlier, just had so much stuff going on. So, but yeah, we do lives almost every night. As long as I'm not too tired from work, I'll jump on and do a live stream and get to know everybody and have some chats and talk about some of my videos and stuff like that. So, but I appreciate all you guys watching the videos and leaving me comments and everything. So that's awesome. I've been seeing my videos on a lot more now. So whatever we're doing, it's working. Have you got any 4x4 posts? Yeah, I've got some 4x4 posts. But I was just going to do a bushcraft style. Because, see, I got to clear some of my land. And I want to take down the small trees. And so I'll just use those small trees they cut up. Because there's quite a few thinner trees that are real tall. 35, 40 feet up in the air. They're just, just about that big around trees that haven't fully grown. But I like to have my big trees and then kind of thin it out so the big trees will do a lot better that way. Awesome. Good to see you back. But yeah, I thought that would be pretty cool. But the post would be really cool too if I was going to make it permanent. But this way, if I just use some paracord and some trees that I cut down to thin out my woods, then I can take it down later. We need 6 posts. Trees will not work. Well, if you strip them from the bark, they're just like the 4x4 posts. But I'll probably leave the bark on these because these will be green and they'll last for a lot longer if I leave the bark on for a little bit. Just because the type of trees they are. But I made fencing out of these types of trees. Love to see the land. Yeah, the land is so awesome. Plus, it's been raining like crazy here. It's so thick, the woods. It's crazy. The trees that used to be tiny shrubs are actually 15 feet tall now because it's been raining so much. Oh, okay. Yeah, trees will work. Yeah, but yeah, I wanted to do that, and I wanted to build something really cool for you guys once I get out there. One of these times when I go out to do a video for you guys, I want to do some real bushcraft camping. But I will bring tarps and stuff, and I'll build like a tree fort up in the tree on basically a tree stand platform, and then I'll have a canopy above it, and then do my cooking up there. Cause there's ways you can cook up in a tree stand, so I'll show you guys how it works. With the little fire up there, little campfire. I might even use one of my little stoves, one of my titanium stoves. It's a bushcraft stove that I haven't used yet. You guys haven't seen it yet. So yeah, it'd be pretty cool. Looking forward to getting out there. I haven't been on the lake for a little while. I know the lake was low too, so I'm hoping that they brought some water in, or with all this rain that we've received, I'm really hoping the water's back up there. Because it's a lot better than running into a sandbar. The Lake of the Ozarks, you wouldn't believe how many sandbars there are out in the middle of the lake. I want to help you get a pavilion built so you have a shelter ready anytime you go. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. But I know one thing. I know that when I build stuff out there in the Ozarks, it doesn't last very long. It'll last a few weekends, but once you start getting past a month, it just starts rotting, and then you've got to just basically tear it down and rebuild. Unless you build it to where it's like livable, then it'll last a little longer. But whenever I do bushcraft stuff, that wood, when I cut it and it dies and finally dries out, and the bugs get to it, and the animals get to it, then yeah, I don't trust sitting up on the platforms. Might as well just bring in like a boat dock frame and stick it up in the trees. I've actually got one of those too, but it's so daggum heavy. I actually built a front deck for the camper. I screwed on wood and made a wood porch out of the metal floating dock frame. A lot of those guys will take a metal dock frame and then they'll put their pontoons underneath it, and then they'll attach everything to the metal frame and then put the wood across the frame. That's what I did. I grabbed it and took it all apart, and I kept the metal frame. But it's pretty heavy too, so you'd have to. I could get it up in the tree though. Probably get it up like 10 feet up in the trees, one side at a time, and then rope it up and the other side. But it's just too much work, so I'll just use the trees. Yeah. Well, a lot of times, if I wanted to make it last, I would just strip all the bark off it, and I'd just throw lacquer on each tree before I put it up in the tree stand. So before I put it all together, I would go around it, and I'd lacquer the heck out of it and let it dry, and then I'd go and build it so that it at least had some cover over it. And that's what I've kind of done in the past too, to see if it'll last longer. And it does last longer, but seems like you got to maintain everything out there in the Ozarks. The Ozarks likes to stay the Ozarks. And if you build something, you better build it dang good, or it's going to go right back to the Ozarks. I know that for a fact. I've got buildings out there I made out of mahogany. I think it was mahogany, or some of those wood pallets. They make that out of a real hard wood, and I've seen that stuff just deteriorate after a couple of months. Built a 10 by 12 shed 33 years ago, and it's still here, using it as a chicken coop. Right on. Hey, Mental. Hey, thanks for joining my live stream tonight. Good to see you again. Just thought I'd jump on here and do a live stream tonight before I head out tomorrow. Back out to the Ozarks, and I'll be doing a live stream out there. Meet up with my brother and stuff. So appreciate all the support you guys are showing me. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. I got to keep it down. Everybody's asleep around here. Yeah, I was just showing everybody my new hatchet. I got a little tiny hatchet. But it's just a little tiny one. But it's good for kindling wood, holding it and cutting up little tiny sticks. Always enjoy your channel. Right on. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. I don't know if I can make it this weekend. It's all good. Well, I'll be around. And I did find my tool that I keep on forgetting too. Every time I go camping, I forget this one tool for the campfire, for keeping the little fires going. You guys know what that is. Put a little air on the fire and keep it going instead of getting down there with your face. Yeah, I've got quite a few. This is the cheaper one that I have. I have a really nice one, but being, I have so much stuff and so much gear, I stuffed it in a pocket somewhere on one of my backpacks, and I can't find my two good ones. But this one will work just fine. I am going to make it over there this year. Right on. So, but yeah, you guys will have to join me. And I don't know if you guys are going to be home, or if you guys at least you guys will have your cell phones on you. I don't think there's anybody that doesn't carry their cell phone on them unless it's broken. But I hope you guys will join me on my live stream when I go out there to the Ozarks. So I should have a pretty good stream, pretty good signal out there where we're going. So hopefully everybody will be there, see what's going on, and watch me set up a new yurt. But I will have a mini cabin too. But I want to set up the yurt this time, the new one, a totally different yurt that I have set up yet, and I'm gonna set up some canopies over it too, over the front, because it's supposed to be raining this weekend. I want to bring my ATV with me. Right on, yeah. I'll probably have the mini cabin one of these days with me, one or two days this weekend. But I do want to get my ATV and take it out there too. So I'll probably try out a totally different tent that night because I won't have the mini cabin. So, and I also want to set up a hammock too. I still haven't done my hammock camping. And I got some pretty cool hammocks now that have mosquito nets and canopies that go over top and the bedding that goes underneath to keep your backside dry. So we'll have to get that out. I mean they're in the mini cabin, so we'll have to set one up. I just haven't set one up yet. Oh shit. Yeah, I do have enough trees. I was building fencing I was doing pole fencing on my property when I had my horses just to kind of give them more room, and I didn't want to go down and buy fencing, and I was kind of being impatient, so I just started cutting down the little trees to thin out this one section of woods, and I set all my fences up with the poles with the trees. I just made sure they were all a certain size, and I had a big old bucket of these long nails, and so they worked out pretty good. And they were out there I think I had them out there for at least a year before. But I was maintaining the wood too. You have to maintain it, otherwise it rots. And the horses walk over and they just hit it with their nose and knock it down. They're not dumb. They're pretty smart. I was setting up an electric fence, and it was yellow. The line was yellow, and my horses walked over to it, and they touched it with their nose. Then they realized that it wasn't on, it wasn't working, and I left and went to work, that next day, and I got a phone call, and my horses were both out walking the street. And so I had to fly back home and get the mama horse, because it was the mom and the colt, but it wasn't a colt, it was a great big horse. And he followed her everywhere. I didn't have to pay attention. I didn't have to grab his, put a halter around him. Just the mom. As soon as she saw my truck, she come running over to my truck, and he just followed her. So I was able to walk him back into the fence. But that was crazy because I'm an hour from the land from where I work. About hour and 15 minutes. And I didn't know where my horses were going to go, or if they were going to get hit by a car, and so I flew back home. A lot of these YouTubers, I don't know how they go out in the middle of the woods and set up a tarp and lay down on the ground with all their stuff and all their gear, but it's all open to these bears, these black bears that can come into your camp and just grab you by the head and pull you out. I don't understand how they do that. I usually, at least I'm in a tent and I've got my rifle or my shotgun next to me when I sleep in case something like that does happen, because you never know. And my bear mace, I do use bear mace first, but if it's going to do a full-on attack, I'm grabbing that shotgun because I don't want to die. But I don't know how. I'm just watching a YouTuber right now doing that, and I don't know how he does it, because he's out in the middle of nowhere, and there's black bear out there. Lots of black bear where he's at. But especially in the spring when they're so freaking hungry, they come out of that den, they're hungry. I know there's a lot of deer and fawns around during the spring, But if they walk up and smell you, smell your head, they're gonna grab a hold of you. Yeah, but what I was told, I do wear that stuff every time I go out there. One thing I wanted to share with you guys, I was told that kind of like a good hint. If you want to keep the bears from coming around, is get a rag and soak it in pine sol and hang it in the trees because they don't like it. They don't like that smell at all. That's how I grew up camping. Yeah, we was out just in the middle of nowhere with no canter or anything, and we had bears in Montana. Montana's just, yeah, they've got grizzly there. They got brown bears there. But I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just saying for me personally, I've done it, but I was like nervous until I fell asleep. I was nervous the whole time. And I always thought that I would go to sleep and wake up with one grabbing my head and pulling me out from underneath the tent or out from underneath the canopy, or sometimes we slept underneath the stars. But I still don't know. I guess the older I get, the more cautious I am. Yeah, yeah. I give thumbs up to these guys that do it. I think it's pretty awesome. I just don't know how. I would be so nervous that I'd have to have that campfire going all night long, and I'd have to have my gun right next to me because I'm the most important thing when I'm in the woods. I would definitely use bear spray, but sometimes that won't work. And if you're waking up like having a bear, smelling your head and wanting to grab, biting your head, yeah, you don't have a choice. You got to do something. It's fight or flight or whatever it is. But I know this guy though. This guy leaves a light on too, so he can kind of see what's going on around him. But you got to be pretty strong growing up in Montana and doing that in Montana. I've been to Montana. That's a cool place. But you get back up in those pines, there's some scary bears up there. Didn't they just recently have a bear attack? I can't remember if it was in Montana. I'm trying to think. I can't remember where that one was at, but there was a couple bear attacks just recently with some hikers and stuff, but I can't remember where that was, Wyoming or somewhere. I'll have to look it up again, but yeah, now that I've got Bodie too, he's going with me all the time, so and he has a pretty good voice. He scares off a lot of animals. Him and Bruiser. Bruiser probably would be a little more scary. I used to sleep under the stars here until the conservation set bears free around here. You know what? I'll tell you though, we don't have a chance against a black bear. That 150-pound black bear will tear you up. It will. They are so aggressive and so mean when they're in a fight and in an eating frenzy. You won't be able to get them off you. You barely survive a bear attack if it's like that. And I've seen plenty of them that I have to have my shotgun right next to me. I can't. I wouldn't be able to do it without anything. I want to do some hiking and stuff, but I'm still gonna be bringing my pistol with me because I can't go out with unarmed without. Deep in the woods like that, where I want to go too. There's a lot of black bear, but most of the time you'll be all right. It's just as long as you take precautions and hang your food up in the trees and at least let them. If they're going to tear into something, they'll probably be smelling that food you got up in the tree. But this guy, he just sleeps underneath the canopy, and he don't. I think he brings a pistol, but a pistol's not going to stop a black bear too. You gotta hit it in the right spot. But a shotgun will. A shotgun does a lot more. Protects you a little more than a pistol will. Excuse me. Yeah, 500-pound black bear. Jiminy Christmas. That's a big bear. That's a monster bear, 500 pounds. Yep, no thanks. Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Got to cut that out. Yeah, so, yeah, hopefully you guys will be available tomorrow. I don't know what time it'll be, but it'll be, most likely it'll be closer to maybe dark or somewhere around there. If I can get set up, it'll be before dark, and it gets dark around 9 o'clock Missouri time right now, so yeah, he was enormous. Yeah, we used to set out bear stuff for to bring bears in. You'd be amazed how big those bears are. And some of them aren't that big, but there's just like it's like having maybe 10 Rottweilers is how strong a bear is compared to a dog. Those things are so dang strong, but especially when they're aggressive. But I guess we can be thankful there's not brown bears. They get a little bigger. But yeah, so we'll be doing some fishing tomorrow, mostly for like basically for anything we can catch out there. I don't know what's biting, but we're gonna try for certain types, though, that's for sure. I'm gonna try for walleyes, and I mean I usually catch bass every time I go out there. That and white bass, largemouth. I want to catch some smallmouth. I know there's smallmouth in there too, but walleye is the one that I'm gonna target, and then probably see if I can find a smallmouth. You almost have to get lucky though. You can't choose the smallmouth over the largemouth because it's either one is going to hit. If you're in an area where there's smallmouth, then you might catch smallmouth. But I have yet to catch one. I've been fishing it for over a decade, so never caught a smallmouth out here. But I know they're in this. I know they're in some streams too here in Missouri, down south and Branson area and stuff. So we'll have to go around and try it out. I was in Branson not too long ago too, so there's a nice a couple lakes up there that I want to try out. But it's a good 2.5 hours from here at least, so it'll be a nice trip to go out there and do some videos, some adventure videos. That'd be awesome. But I'll definitely have to take my kayaks and the mini cabin too when I do that. Yeah, so what are you guys doing this weekend? You guys got any plans? You guys do some camping yourself, or you guys going to be staying home? What was that? Sorry, guys. Hopefully I don't catch any snapping turtles either this weekend, because they're out there in the Lake of the Ozarks too. We used to catch them in this cove, and it pissed me off every time. I thought it was a catfish, and it ended up being a turtle. Okay, cool. I'll check it out. I'll check it out later when I get done here. He busted his saw. That's funny. I've got a cool silky saw. You guys know what a silky saw looks like? I'll be home all weekend. Aw. Not going nowhere, huh? Well, I'll try to bring you along if you're going to be on live, so you guys will be out with me wherever I go out there. I don't know if I'll be able to be moving around when I do the live, but we're going to try on the lake. So at least you'll be at home, but you'll be at the lake also, and also at the camp. So, but yeah, I had a good time when I did that camp, setting up the yurt, not the yurt, the blow up tent, the hot tent, the blow up one, because I had a pretty good signal right there where I was cooking. As long as they didn't mess around with the phone too much, we had a good one going. So definitely live curious though. Yeah, yeah, it'd be pretty cool. We got some ribs we're gonna be cooking up. You need a saw. I'll bring two when I come. Oh, I've got the silky saw. It's a pretty good size silky, and then I've got some other smaller size, cheaper type saws, but the same type. They're just smaller, probably like a 2 foot, where the silky is like a 3 foot silky saw, which works really really good. Sucker's so sharp. It's got those zigzag teeth on it, so if you run your finger down, it's gonna cut your skin up. Looks like alligator, not alligator teeth, but gar teeth. They're kind of going like crisscrossed like this all the way down. Oh, right on. Rechargeable, huh? That's cool. Right on. Yeah, I've got a really cool stealth tent. I don't know if I'll be setting it up out there though, because I want to set it up in grass. So I'm definitely going to set it up on my property. Yeah, I hear you. So, yeah, that'll be pretty cool. I'm curious to see what he's doing. He's probably, what time is it right now? 10:21. He might be asleep by now. Um, Either that or he's out on the lake doing an all-nighter. He might be out on the lake right now, my brother. Wish I was out there fishing too. I want to get me some catfish and do a catfish catch and cook for you guys. Looks like everybody's taking off. Where you guys going? They'll be back if they're gonna stay up a little bit. Probably got to go to bed though, since it's only Thursday. I'm happy I'm off work. I don't have to go back till Tuesday. But yeah, guys, if you guys want to help out my channel, I don't know if you have already, but you guys can always share my videos too with your family and see if you can get some more friends and family watching my videos. That would be awesome. So whatever we can do to get to grow the channel would be awesome. I'm doing a lot too on my end. I'm doing every single day. I've actually started uploading to Instagram too, because I've got to get my channel out there. I thought about going to TikTok and doing it on TikTok too, but I want to mostly focus on YouTube. But we'll see what happens. I just want to get my name out there, get my channel out there. so I can grow my channel. But plus, I got a lot more shorts that I've got to be I'm going to be uploading too, because I know the short videos work really well. What the heck happened? Okay. Well, lights. Excuse me. The lights aren't changing. Who all's in here still? Anybody still there? Y'all take off and go to sleep. I know it's a work night for most people. So if you guys got to go, I do understand. I totally understand. We'll pick it up. We'll pick it up again this weekend when more people are off. Hey, how you doing? Is it Malachi or is it just Malik? Right on. You're a big fan. You're subscribed, aren't you? You're still here. All right, Lori. Thank you. Is it Malik or you want how do you want me to say your name? Big fan of Missouri. So you live in Missouri too, huh? That's cool. Malachi. Right on. Right on. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. There were a few more people on, but I think they took off and probably come back unless they're all hitting the bed. Do you still have pigeons? Yes, I do. Yep, they're out back. Yeah, I've got some new young birds this year already. Really cool looking birds too. Finally got my white grizzle that I've been waiting for. Got some really cool black and white splash babies. So it'll be pretty cool. I'm not gonna let them breed a lot. Just wanted some young ones. I like seeing new colors and stuff. Got a really cool turtle type grizzle that's out there. It's really neat pigeon. Never seen a color like his yet. So he's a unique pigeon, one of a kind. I'll upload video or pictures if you guys like to see that kind of stuff too. I do have a channel, a pigeon channel, also on my YouTube. So I have two channels right now. I'm gonna be doing a third channel where I do reviews. Yeah, see, that was like me. I got out of it for a little while. I think the longest I was out of it was like 2-3 years, and then I got back into it. I just something about pigeons. I've had them since I was 8 years old, so I've had them most of my life. But just something about having pigeons and watching them fly around your house is pretty cool. Watching them how the colors you put different colors together and they have these really cool colors. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so I think I've only got like maybe 7 babies out there that are half are already teenage type, and then the other ones are babies still. They just barely got their feathers. They don't have any under the wings, but pretty cool. They'll be dang good birds too. They're real healthy birds. Yeah, squeakers are the best for sure. Yep. Yeah, this squeaker that I have out there. I've been letting them raise 1 chick each, and so I've got a few birds they lay unfertile eggs, and so I'll take those eggs out from underneath them, and then I'll take one of the eggs from another pair and stick them underneath there because I know they're not going to lay fertile eggs, and so they've laid three hatches or three sets of eggs, and none of them hatched. They've all been unfertile. So I take a good fertile egg and stick it underneath them because they want to be parents really bad, and then they'll raise the babies. So I've taken. How you doing, blonde? Traveling gypsy. Hey, thanks for joining my live stream. But I'll take those so that I have, each pair raising one bird at a time. And the young usually do really well when they don't have to fight, their brother or the sister, their mate, the nest mate. They'll usually get fed by both the parents, and then they're just really cool and healthy. Awesome, awesome. Glad to see you here tonight. Thanks everybody for joining and coming back. What are you up to tonight? Blonde traveling gypsy. Are you a real gypsy? Smash the like button. Yes, yes, yes. Smash that like button. I appreciate it. But I'll upload the picture if you guys want to see them. I can even do it on the if you go to the dadgummit, I'm having brain farts already tonight. The community section in my channel, I can upload them there if you guys want to see them. Hubby is driving. Right on. Yeah, I can. If you guys want to see them, let me know. If you guys want to see the birds, the young birds that I've got, they're really cool colors. But in Bodie and Bruiser, they leave them alone. I'm surprised. They're very, very smart pups. They know they'll chase the other birds out of the yard, but they won't touch the pigeons. So they won't hurt my racing pigeons. And I've never yelled at them about it. They just watch me. They sit there and they watch me how I'm always taking care of them and watering them and feeding them and handling them. They love it. They don't do anything, but as soon as a sparrow or a robin or a blue jay comes in the yard, boom, them dogs are on them. I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, I just got some really, really cool youngsters, so little squabs, and so the last one that they had it's almost pure white, but it's gonna be a grizzle because it's got black, just a little black on the back of the tail section where the tail grows out. So it's just on the back side. I don't know what the tail's going to look like. It looks like it's going to be white, but it's mostly a pure white one, only has a little bit of grizzling. So we'll see what it looks like. And plus, they always, when they do their first molt, they usually shed out their feathers, and then they grow other feathers that come in, and they look different. So we'll have to see what they look like. I saw my first sparrow nest the other day. Those eggs are beautiful. Yeah, right. When I was a kid, I used to find the blue eggs, the shells on the ground, and I always wondered, where are these blue eggs coming from? They got to come from like a bluebird or something, but they're robin eggs. It was pretty cool. Yeah, sparrow eggs are tiny, tiny, tiny little eggs. They're real cool looking. You ever seen hummingbird eggs? They're even smaller. I almost stepped on Mama when looking for an empty trailer. Uh-oh. Yeah, I was in the woods one time, and I was actually feeding the hummingbirds, and I got to watching them and seeing where they were going back and forth from the feeder and then up in the trees. And some of them would do that loop where they go like this, and they mess with one of them sitting on the branch, and the other one's dive bombing it. Well, I watched one of them go straight over to a like a limb that was hanging down, and then I noticed a nest, and so I saw my first hummingbird nest, and I had to see those eggs, and so I got a ladder and got up there and barely looked up in there, and saw the tiniest little eggs in that hummingbird nest. Pretty cool. they are very, very tame. The ones we have, and a lot of times they're all different colors. If you guys, I don't know if you guys know that, but I don't know if you guys ever seen an orange hummingbird, but I have. It's pretty cool. A lot of greens, a lot of greens with purple, big bright blue. But I saw for the first time, it was almost like a reddish orange, really pretty, like almost like a red rock, like Sedona in Arizona, Sedona red rock color. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. It's like an orange red. Wearing a green tuxedo. That's awesome. Yeah, those things are so cool. If you let them get used to you, you can actually hold a hummingbird feeder and they'll fly right up to the hummingbird feeder and drink out of it right when you're holding it. It's pretty cool. Then you can actually sit there and watch them. That's how I used to take my phone, and I would hold my phone and take snapshots when they're sitting right there, and then that way I could see really cool in slow motion, and then get a snapshot of what it looks like with their wings. It was pretty cool. Yeah, lots and lots of green ones. I'd like to see a purple one if I could find a if I could like an Andalusian type. That would be really cool. I know they're out there. I've seen pictures of them, but most of these ones are green. A couple of them are red, but they come every single year out to my property, and I make sure I put the feeders out. And I've got those on my mini cabin. I've actually got hummingbird feeders inside my mini cabin because I got those hooks on the outside where I hang my lanterns. I've got different lanterns, but I've also got hummingbird feeders out there, so I'll set those up too, and they'll come right to the trailer. It's crazy how many hummingbirds are out there because wherever I park my trailer, the hummingbirds come down and are around the trailer. So if I have anything red, they'll be right there, trying to scope it out and see what it is. But I put feeders on the porch when I sat outside. They would come up to my face and look at me before drinking. Yeah, they're so cool. They're so curious. And they know they're fast, so they're not worried. They'll even taunt a cat. But yeah, they're so cool. I like it when there's a whole bunch of them and they start arguing, amongst each other and fighting for the nectar. But I usually have 3 or 4. Sometimes I'll even have more hummingbird feeders out there, so they'll have plenty of nectar. But I almost feel bad for them because when you leave, like, see, I don't live out on my property, so when I leave, I feel bad. I'm like, oh man, I got to go out there and check those hummingbird feeders and make sure they're still full. Because I don't want them to go without, because they come every year, but if you stop feeding them, they'll go somewhere else. And then they'll occasionally come back to check to see if you're putting up hummingbird feeders. But if you leave them there, and they always have food right there, they'll nest right there, close by. So that's what's really cool. It was really cool one year too. I built a birdhouse, and it was kind of a small hole for the entrance. But I set it right up in front of my camper I used to have out there, and bluebirds took it over. It was pretty cool. And one night I was out there sitting in front of the fire. I looked over because I heard something messing around, and a possum climbed up there and was messing around. I got to it too late, so the bluebirds were there just one more time, and then they didn't come back because I guess that possum reached in there and ate the eggs out of there. So I was pretty bummed about that. So I went and actually got a metal pole, like a steel pole that they can't climb up, and I put a birdhouse on the top of it. But I haven't seen my bluebirds come back yet. These are really cool birds. But if you're from Missouri too, we've got indigo buntings that are just the most awesome bluebirds. They're smaller than a bluebird with the orange chest. They're a lot smaller than that. They're actually indigo buntings, and they're the most beautiful Andalusian. The whole thing is almost Andalusian. Some of them have a little black on them, but most of them are all Andalusian. So when you're driving, I drive early in the morning, 2 a.m. in the morning. I got to work. So when the lights hit them, they shine. They shine really pretty blue. So, but ever since I moved out here, I've discovered so many cool, different color birds that I never seen before. I got to get my phone plugged in, guys, or my phone's gonna die on me. It just now told me charge me. You made your own sugar water because the dye in the store bought stuff is not good for them. Yeah, that's the bad thing. Yep, you can just make sugar water and they'll as soon as they taste it, yeah, they'll love it. I always had problems with ants too. The ants like to get up in those hummingbird feeders, so but yeah, I've done that plenty of times and you can actually get like get something that'll dye it red. Otherwise, you can just get the hummingbird feeders that have like a red glass, and then you can just pour the water. Make your own sugar water. But yeah, I think I've seen at my property. I think I've seen at least 10 hummingbirds. I couldn't tell exactly, but I saw a whole bunch at one time, and it was pretty cool. But I think one of the coolest things I discovered out there the flying squirrels at night. I had no idea we even had them out there till I saw them on the tree one night, and then they jumped from one tree to another. I'm like, oh my gosh, what else we got out here? And I can't wait to get out there tomorrow night because I like the hoot owls. I love hearing all them owls at night. They'll come in when you got a campfire too. Seems like I'll have the owls nearby, but as soon as I light the campfire, they're right above the campfire, up in the trees. I don't know if they're attracted to it or if the fire is attracting like moths or whatever. But because I know they like to eat moths, but I don't know what attracts the owls to the campfire. Otherwise, if I don't have a campfire, they don't come around too close, but you can hear them back up in the woods. We got a lot of barred owls, the ones that sound really weird, like they're nutcases. They got the weirdest sound out there in the woods. That and the loud screech owls too. Those things are so loud. I had one land in the tree right above my camper one night, and it screeched really loud, and it scared the crap out of me. And the next day, I asked my brother, I was like, "What? Did you hear those noises out in the woods?" He's like, "Yeah, they're probably the screech owls." And I thought those are the weirdest sounding owls. Okay. But I love nature. Can't wait to get out there and hear it all. And take a little break from the city. I was curious how these guys did their knots and stuff. I've got a book on knots, and I've learned. I used to learn a lot, and I've even made knots that I've never found in the books. But it's always interesting to see new knots and stuff. Those owls creep me out. Oh, you know what? The coolest ones are the great big, great horned owls. Those are cool. We caught when I was younger. I caught a barn owl, one of those flat faced white ones. That thing was weird, but it was so cool. They looked so big, but they're not. They're actually pretty small. We used to catch a burrowing owls too. What are they called? Yeah, burrowing owls. The ones that'll burrow in like a rabbit hole. Where I come from, that's one of the main owls that we have is the burrowing owls. But and they're everywhere out there in the desert. I love owls. They're one of my favorites. What creep me out are the coyotes that surround our camp sometimes. There's tons of coyotes. I had a coyote come in close to my camp. Well, actually ran right through my camp at night, and I've got it on the trail cam. I thought, you daggum. I mean, what if I had my dog with me that night too? He probably would have barked right away, but that coyote ran right through the camp. I've got him running right past the trail cam, and we were right kind of close to the trail cam. I usually have the trail cam facing us, looking at the camp at night from different angles, and it just ran right straight through the camp. I was like, "Daggum, man, that thing's getting pretty daring to be running through the camp." So it's good that I have my dogs now. I actually started setting up a security alarm system around my camp now. I got how I usually do is I've got some micro cord. It's real thin micro cord, and I got a lot of it. And I bought on Amazon. I bought bags of those jingle bells, those brass bells, and I'll string the line around all the way around my camp, just not too high off the ground in case an animal walks through and it trips that bell, and I can hear the bells, and I'll know where they're at. Yeah, the owls or the coyotes. Because yeah, the coyotes, they're not scared at all. I think he ran through the camp looking for food, because I cooked steak that night, and I know very well he was back in the woods smelling that steak. So I know he went through there looking for scraps or something. But but now I set up a security system. If I'm out there sleeping in my tent and stuff, I'll set up those bells at night. I've been also catching a lot of, not catching, but capturing a lot of cats that live out there on my property, or they live close by. And the houses are pretty far away. I've had a couple follow me for miles walking my dog on the Katy Trail. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're everywhere here in Missouri. Those coyotes. I know I think that you're allowed to shoot the coyotes. I'm not sure if I don't remember seeing a coyote season. I think that because of the livestock, I think you're allowed to shoot them. I might be wrong, but I'll have to look it up again. It's been a while since I've seen that, but I think that they don't have a season for coyotes. I think you're allowed to shoot the coyotes. But and they got a ton there every single night. Every single time I go out to my property and go camping, about 12 o'clock, 11 to 12 o'clock in the morning or at night, they start howling, and there's a big pack that run through the back part of my property up in the woods, and so they're everywhere. They say we have so many now because we don't have wolves. We have the gray wolf, I heard, but I think it's South Missouri. I've never seen one though. I'd like to get one on my trail cam. That would be pretty neat. They also say we have pigs here. I'd like to see a pig on my trail cam too. I've got a section on my property where it's next to the stream, where it looks like a whole bunch of hogs dug up the ground looking for roots, because it's got a whole bunch of ground holes throughout the whole. It's a kind of like a canopy of a bunch of dead, like fallen trees, and then it's got the forest above it, but the ground is all dirt underneath. It doesn't have any leaves or anything, and it looks like the bunch of pigs went through there. Yeah, it would have to be a short Bigfoot, maybe a 4 foot Littlefoot, because it's pretty. The canopy's pretty short. I had to get down on my knee, get down on kind of crouching down to get up in there and try to see what was digging in there, see if I could find any fur or anything on the ground that they'd leave behind. But I don't be talking about Bigfoot, because if I go out in the woods, we always go out at night when we're in the woods out there. When I get with my brother, we always go off in the woods and go looking for stuff. So don't be talking about no Bigfoot tomorrow night if you join my live stream. Yeah, because that'll be on my mind like crazy. Even if it is, even if they are fake, you never know if there's a guy out in a suit. Were you guys with me that night when I heard some crazy sounds out in the woods? I'm talking like crazy. Some guy acting like he was dying or something out in the woods. That was this. And you know that place that I heard him, I never hear anybody in that section of the woods. Yeah, you remember the sounds? Oh my gosh. Big Bigfoot on live tomorrow night. That'd be cool. That would be funny. What's that? I'm all about aliens. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to see that either. I used to live in Heber, Arizona, where that alien come down and abducted that guy. Right there in Heber. I lived right there. We used to hang out in those woods a lot out there in Heber. So I know where that guy was abducted. Strawberry, close to Heber. Or it was Heber. I can't remember. I think it was Strawberry though. I think it was part of. You guys remember that Fire in the Sky movie? Yeah, I used to live there. Strawberry or Sholo? What was it? It was in Heber, Arizona. I remember it was crazy when that stuff was going on. And my grandparents had a cabin out there, and I was a little rebel growing up, so I got kicked out. And I went to stay with my grandparents for a little while up in Heber. That was fun. Back in my youth. But yeah, I don't want to see any alien ships. Now that I know a little bit more about the whole alien thing, I don't want to see them. I don't want them messing with me. That or a Bigfoot, but I'll definitely have my GoPro on me. Can you imagine? Now, there's one person that I wish he was still with us, but my uncle, he used to claim to have seen an alien ship, and my aunt, she was right there, and she swore it was true, and so they saw they were traveling, and they saw a spaceship go down and dip down. It was out in the desert, and it dipped down and came back up, and they saw it sitting there hovering. So, and my uncle, you can take him for his word when he was back when he was alive. He was a good guy. He didn't tell stories unless they were real stories. He was in the war, and so he's seen a lot of things in his life. But he used to tell us. And my aunt, oh, she was right next to him. She says, I was in the passenger seat and I saw the same thing your uncle saw. And they swore, that it was true. So it was, I mean, I've seen stuff too. I was in Arizona when I saw hey, Gabriel, how you doing? I was out in Arizona. I don't know if you guys ever watched that alien stuff, but in the Santan, I think it's Santan Mountains, if I can remember right. There were the southern mountain range. There was people, they came out right afterwards and said they were flares, military flares, but they weren't. They actually came back and and did a whole video on that, a whole documentary on that. It was actually spaceships. They were like triangular shaped spaceships out there in Arizona. I was on a mountain called Microwave Mountain, Microwave Tower, Microwave Mountain, and I watched when they first lit up. And I told my friend, I was like, "Oh, check out their light and flares." And my friend said, "Aren't flares supposed to go up and come back down, or at least start going out?" And we just sat there, and we didn't say anything to each other. We just sat there and just stared at those lights, and we couldn't believe they weren't going out. They weren't going anywhere. We were just sitting there hovering. And then they went out, but it took a long time for them to go out. And then it was on the news shortly after that, and we're like, "We were right there." It was crazy. Yeah, I remember you. Yep, thanks for joining my live stream tonight. Are you a subscriber? I Yeah, so hopefully we don't hear those same sounds. We don't. I don't know what those awesome. Hey, thank you, thank you. I don't know what those sounds were. I hope we don't hear them. I'm gonna talk to my brother tomorrow and see if he's been hearing any sounds since he got here a couple of days, since he arrived a couple of days ago. And because that was crazy. I don't know if the guy was just drunk or if he was actually getting hurt or something was going on. So, and I was out there with Bodie too. I think Bodie was with me that night. I don't think I had Bruiser with me, but Bodie was with me definitely. And that was crazy. That was really crazy. So I told my brother about that. The people over there. There's usually nobody in those backwoods either, where I heard those sounds. So, and I know sounds will travel through the woods at night, but I could hear them pretty clearly. So, and they weren't down by the lake. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Please make sure to hit the like and subscribe to help Josh out. It would mean a lot to him. Yes, it would. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, Gabriel. Definitely appreciate it. Yep. Thank you for all the love and support you guys show my channel and myself, and I do appreciate it. Appreciate you guys watching the videos and everything you guys do. Yeah, I'm seeing my videos a lot more on YouTube, so as long as we keep it going and this channel just continues to grow, then yeah, we're definitely going to get monetized real soon. Right on. Yeah, do it. Yeah, that would be cool. We have we had a really live one night. It was so busy. I think we had over 300 people in the chat, so in the live stream. So that would be cool to have that happen again. That was awesome. But I just got to do whatever I can to keep going, even if it's as much as I can during the week to meet new subscribers and everything. So we can build our channel and I can do a lot more. So once I get monetized, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be so crazy. I got a lot of stuff I want to do. Plus I gotta get some gear going and stuff too. But we got to get monetized and then pick up some of those other people that want me to show their gear and stuff. Because right now I gotta kind of be careful what I show and everything until I get monetized. But I think I'll have some sponsors once I get monetized and stuff because I got so much gear. Oh, it's long. I don't have to go to sleep tonight. Just when I start slurring my words and and start getting too tired to do a live. So I've been on for an hour and 24 minutes. You just gotta be quiet. I've been on for about an hour and 24 minutes now. So we'll just keep it going. You have Discord. I don't know. I don't think so. Not yet. You know, there's a lot of stuff you can't do until you get monetized. I started looking into stuff, and they won't. I don't have the access, the ability to do a lot of stuff yet. So I've got to get 1,000 subscribers and get my hours up there and get my hours to where I get my watch time. You should download Discord. Yeah, I thought about doing that stuff, but I actually looked into it. I've got to. There's a lot of things you have to be monetized. There's a lot of things I was looking into and stuff. So I will as soon as I can, as soon as I'm able to. Michael, hi Josh. I'm in my alternative account. Sweet, right on. I could help you create a server and everything. I am actually the owner of a server. Sweet, yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do to help out the channel, I really do appreciate it. So is Gabriel and Michael Gabriel the same, or is two different people here? When you get Discord, just tell me what your username will be. Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll just have to download Discord, right? I think I looked into that. It's been a little while, but I think on my alternate account. Okay. What do you look up? Oh. Don't you have to be monetized though? There's a lot of things you got to. Oh, okay, gotcha.
How to download Discord on a PC or laptop. Welcome to another Teaching Gadgets Discord tutorial video. In this video I'm going to show you how to download and install Discord on your Windows PC or laptop. So if you're trying to install the Discord app on your computer, in this tutorial I'll show you how to do that. Right, so to get started, the first thing we need to do is simply open up a browser on your computer and navigate to discord.com. Check the description, I'll have a direct link down there, so you can just click that, as well as a detailed write-up in case you get lost. Now keep in mind you do have the option to use Discord simply in your browser, where you will not have to install anything. So just select open Discord in browser if you want to do that.
Sorry guys, I'm not trying to ignore anybody.
On your Windows computer, simply select download for Windows. Save it to your computer, and then open up the file that was downloaded. Discord will open and you can log into your account. Keep in mind you can also use the QR code.
It just depends,
If you also want to register for a free trial,
Malachi.
you can do that.
Probably wouldn't
With
have
the link
put
in the
all the
video.
buildings I've got to go back and
Alright,
take
just click
down.
allow access. So select allow access, and then you'll be logged into Discord and you can start using it. Alright, so that's how you download and install Discord on a Windows PC or laptop. Do you have any questions about this?
Because now I've got to go
Also,
back
if you'd like to see more
and
Discord tips and
clean all the
tutorials
old
and also
buildings up
share
and
more
bring it
about
back to a
Discord
natural
with the thumbs
state.
up, then please consider subscribing to my
But it
channel
was
and the
fun while I
notifications
had
for future
everything.
videos
You should
and tech
definitely
tutorials.
create
Thank you so much for watching.
an account.
This video is really going to be a how to use
I'm going
Discord
to
for
play Among
beginners
Us,
complete
Josh. Bye.
guide video.
Okay.
If you've
Yeah,
never
right
been using
on.
Discord, you've already set up
Yeah,
a
I'll be
server,
here
you're
for a
good
little
at it,
while.
you're
So if
comfortable,
you
what's
want to
talked
come
about in this
back.
video is stuff that you already know and you don't even really need. But if you've used Discord before or you've never even looked at Discord before, this video is going to explain everything you need to know about what
I
it
have to
is,
figure out
how
where
it
I
works,
can
why
download
it's
it first.
important, and how you can get yourself set up on a Discord server. So let's jump into this complete guide to understanding Discord, and I'm hoping that this video will help you discover how awesome Discord really is.
Yeah, it's
Before
a
we get
group
into
chat.
how to use Discord and what it's all about, I do want to give a huge shout out
Are
to
you
a really
going to
cool sponsor
use
here
it
on the
on
stream,
computer or mobile?
Move.tv. With a
Computer.
large library of professionally made stream overlay packages, an emote maker, and even sub badges, Owned has your stream graphics covered. Their premium overlay packages, for instance, include animated alerts, webcam
It,
borders, banners, Twitch panels, and more to make sure your stream looks professional and your branding is consistent. You can even customize these overlays with the elements you want to use.
just because I have my computer open every time I do,
On top of all
most of
this,
the time when I'm
Owned will
home
even
doing my
get you
live
up to
stream.
50% off of your purchase. So check out Owned with my link in the description
It's
and get
downloading
set up
the
today.
Discord
Lastly,
setup
thank you to
right now, so
Move.tv for sponsoring this video and becoming a
we'll
new
have to
sponsor on the
see what
channel.
it's like
We're
when it's
super excited
finished.
to be working with them and to be sharing with you guys the awesome stuff that Owned can provide if you're looking at getting into
And
streaming.
hopefully
They do all
it's
your
a safe. It
graphics,
looks like a
you'll look
safe
great,
one.
they'll take care of you, and it'll look great. You'll be super
Just
happy.
so
So
it's like a
check out the
group
link in the
chat
description,
deal.
guys. Make sure you save that 50% off. But with that being said, let's start out by answering the question, what is Discord? Discord, put very simply, is a free communication
Right on.
platform for you, your friends, family, or building a community. Discord also covers all of the bases when it comes to communication. So not only do you have the ability to communicate via text, you can communicate via voice, video, or even direct messages or direct calls. So it kind of has every form of communication packed into one easy-to-use place, and it does all of them
Yeah, that's
extremely
cool.
well. You can kind of equip
You can link
yourself
your
with
mobile and all
tools
that kind of
if you've
stuff to
ever
it.
been on Reddit or some other type of forum site where users get on there and they leave comments back and forth to each other and they run feed. But Discord is much more than that because it can be fine-tuned and customized to
But
fit
yeah,
exactly what
so
you need. And with
can't
things like
wait to get
Discord
out there
bots,
tomorrow.
which
What's
we'll
this
talk
say?
about later, you can really just make Discord work
Oh yeah, it looks
exactly
like I
how you
already
need it. So
done
this
this
whatever
one.
community you're building or whether you just need a place for you and your
Let me
friends
just
to hang
see.
out, Discord has everything covered and does it in such a nice, simple package. Now, it can seem confusing at first, but really it's not as confusing as everybody may think when they first get into using Discord. In fact, I've talked to family and friends who are just not super big fans of it because they jumped in one time and they just don't understand how it works. So that's why I'm making this video, because I know there's a lot of people out there that still don't fully understand why Discord is probably going to be the #1 communication tool in the next few years. Now, like I mentioned a minute ago, Discord is a great place to build a community. The reason for this is because it's a place to kind of funnel all of
Yeah,
your
because you
community
can.
members from different platforms like Twitter or YouTube or
Yeah.
Twitch or Instagram or
What does it say?
whatever it is that
Please
you do
drag
into
this
one
item.
specific place
Oh.
where everyone can communicate, they can meet each other, build new friendships, and talk about whatever it is that you're producing online. So if you're a business, you can talk about the products there. People can ask questions. You can have a customer service place there. If you are a gamer or a streamer, you can have all of your community members from YouTube and Twitch and all these different platforms come in and start building your community as a whole rather than being segmented in a bunch of different places online. So with that being said, Discord is really one of the best places to build your overarching community from all the different sources online that you're putting out content. It's kind of a catch-all so that everyone can come into one place, and whether you're live,
Huh.
whether you've got a new video out or not, people can all communicate, ask questions, and
Some of the creators
so
that I
that's a little
watch
bit
on
about what
YouTube
Discord is.
are on
Right?
Discord. Really?
The features and benefits
Let's see.
Understand what I'm talking about and why it's so awesome. Jump into Discord and just kind of run through what all everything is and what it does. So if you're on a computer, you want to go to
Okay,
Discord.com, and
username
this is
would
the
be.
main Discord website. So from here, you can download for Windows. You can even open Discord in a browser and just use it through your internet's browser. Or if you want to use it on your phone or a mobile device, you want to go to your app store and just look up Discord. It's available on Apple and Android, so check it out. Discord is available in all these places, and you can utilize it seamlessly on your
I'm still
phone,
here,
computer,
everybody.
whatever, without missing a beat. So, Discord.com, this is where you're going to download it. Once you hit download for Windows, it's going to open the Discord app. And this is the
I'm just
Discord
trying to get
app.
this
Now,
setup
I've
done
kind
real
of
quick.
shrunk this down and blown it up bigger so it
Let's
makes it
do
easier to see.
unders.
But
There
very
we go.
simply, when you first look at this, it kind of looks a little confusing. And so what we're
I
going to do is
didn't
we're going to
like
break
that
down
one,
each
so
part of this Discord
um,
server. This is our Discord server called the Flock. And by the way, if you'd like to join the Flock, you can hit that link down in the description at discord.gg/flock. We would love to have you in our community. And over there, you can hang out with all types of awesome gamers and
yeah,
content
whatever it
creators
takes to
from all
build my
around the
channel
world.
is,
And
it's
ask
very
questions,
important.
share what you're doing, and just hang out with us there. But we're going to use this as an example to talk
Very
about
important to
Discord. And
me,
if
so I
I
can
have
get
time to go through
monetized
all of
as
this,
soon as I
I'll show
can.
you how you can create your very own Discord server. And that leads me to the first part of this video, which is what is a Discord server
I'm gonna have to
versus
write
a
this one
Discord
down though
platform.
too
So
myself, so I don't
when you
forget it.
first download Discord, you're going to have to set up a Discord account. And as you can see down here, I've got my profile picture, I've got my name, and this is me as a user within Discord. But there are two types of accounts when it comes to Discord. One is your personal user account, and then the other is a Discord server. Now, everything is going to happen under your personal account, which means if you start a server, it's going to be managed under your personal account. If you join someone else's server, then you will join them under your personal account. So your personal account is kind of your face for Discord,
All
and then
right, let's see
servers
here.
and creating servers or joining servers, that's
Everything
going to
looks
be
good
something
so
you're going to be using under
far.
the umbrella of you. So you may be asking, well, what is a Discord server? I thought once I get Discord, I just have it, right? Well, a Discord server, very simply put, are different spaces within the Discord platform that you will see pop up over here on the left-hand side with these little bubbles. And so these are all the different Discord servers that I've joined, and you can even create, folders of different servers. So I've got servers that, like, all my servers that I'm in from games that I've played and stuff, I put those in a folder, and I have, for servers that are
What
more
is
like
going
services or
on?
help, platforms or things like that. And the point is, each of these round bubbles represents a server on Discord. And a server is, like I said, is a community or a subcategory of Discord as a whole where a community is being built. So for instance, our community, the Flock, has its very own server that pops up right here. And anytime anybody wants to come join in the Flock server or see what's going on, they would come over here and just click the Flock Discord, and it would automatically
Huh.
update everything here.
Okay. I'm done listening. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to go through the setup again. It says the setup failed. I don't know why it would fail. I wonder if I have some. Hmm. We'll try it again. I don't know why it wouldn't download. It says it went. Okay, so I'll throw it away. Throw it away. Yeah, I almost need a computer savvy tech here. That knows all the cheats. Okay, it's gonna go through and try to do it again. I don't know if I don't have enough space on here or what. It is not wanting to install. Yeah, so I'll have to go back and look at it. Oh, that's just too much stuff to go through to see why it didn't download, but you can see you got to download the Discord setup first, and it opens setup. Let's see. Yeah, I think what I have to do is go through and delete a bunch of files to make more room. And I basically have to like eliminate a ton of videos so I can make more space on my computer, because my OneDrive I think is almost full. Windows C is almost full. So yeah, I'd have to go through and just make more room on my computer. I think I've done used up so much space just from making my videos and then not erasing anything. So I've got tons of space that I've used, and I think that's why it's not downloading it. What's that say? Yeah. Yeah, see, I've got to go through and basically wipe my computer of all of the videos and everything that I haven't unable. Yeah, see, it won't even let me register. You must be. Then now it's saying you must be 13 years old to use Discord. What are they talking about? I've already shown like verification on most of the stuff that I have, so that's what I'm saying. I need somebody that's computer savvy that can go through and figure all this kind of stuff out. It would take me a long time to figure all this stuff out. Yeah. Yes, yeah, my server, they should already know that I'm over that age. Good to see everybody still hanging out. Oh man, this is gonna take too long. Almost an exciting interior decoration. Announcements, Discord. Have to reset. Age assurance. Oh, not from Brazil. I'm not from Brazil. Not even from Australia. How to fix phone errors. Not how to complete a Discord. New. Lots of stuff to go through. Discord has had account creations updates since I created. They're not asking the right question. See, they need to have an account security for age assurance for the United States. Because I'm not in Brazil, I'm not in Australia, I'm not in the UK. Uh-oh, someone left. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. I'll definitely check it out later. I'm just not. I'm just gonna close this one down, and then boom, goodbye that. But yeah, I'll have to check it out and see what's going on and see what I have to do to download Discord because it's not wanting to. I don't know if it's the space that I don't have on my computer left to be able to download it, or if I have to go through a registry deal to where I verify my age and all that kind of stuff. So I'll have to look for it, look through it, and when I have more time. So yeah, I'm thinking it's the space on my computer. And I bought one of those gaming computers that's got so much space, but I've used it. My C drive is like 97% full. So I gotta go and clean my whole C drive out. Give me a second, real quick. How am I charging? Yeah, right on. So yeah, anybody knows how to clean your C drive completely out. I'm almost determined to unplug the computer, take it down to the computer guy that's nearby, and have him erase everything off my computer and start basically back to my windows that I have, and don't erase all my YouTube and stuff like that, but just to clean up my C drive and get rid of, because I don't know how to do all that stuff without screwing up my computer. I can go through and get rid of a bunch of stuff, but I don't want to do the wrong thing, come back and be worse off. You know what I'm saying? So I usually just go through and erase pictures and stuff, and that's like part of the problem. Um, Trying to clean it up and find more space on the C drive and clear out a bunch of stuff, but I haven't done that in a while. But I basically have so many pictures and so many videos that are saved on my computer that I don't know how to go through them and get rid of them without screwing my computer up. What's that? That's not me. Yo, what's up? I'm back. How you doing? The goat. Yeah, thanks for joining my live stream again. Caro. Yeah, Kairo. Yeah, we're still here. We're still hanging out. 1 hour and 50 minutes. Going strong. You like my new PFP and name? I was Gabriel. Right on. What did you say, Lori? You said that's not me? Are you still here, Lori? Maddie, Amanda says, hi, Gabriel. Anybody know computers really well? Well enough to like clean your entire C drive without having to re-upload Windows, whatever it is, and the latest Windows and all that good stuff without losing all your icons, all of your... What is that? Doing? Because I don't want to lose everything I have. I just want to have more space. And I've gotten to the point where I can't go back the way I came in. You know how you guys do that? You guys accumulate so much stuff and then you can't go back to the beginning by going step by step where you started. You just have to like get rid of all of it.
I grew up in a semi-urban, suburban environment. Lots of people had pit bulls, and they were always super friendly dogs, well trained and behaved. And yeah, they're short hair, very obedient. They're not super large, not super small. I think a rescue pit would be in my future. But I believe that's for a different season of my life right now.
Yeah, you know, before I got my pit bull, I used to think that pit bulls were really scary dogs because I didn't really understand them and stuff. And I guess some of them could be how you know, depending on how you raised them. My pit bull is a sweetheart. He is such a sweetheart. He will literally just sit there and let you put your face so close to his face, and he just loving it up. He is the sweetest sweetheart dog. He actually strives for attention. If you don't give him attention, he'll go over and he'll grab something that you said don't touch that, and he'll grab it and just sit there with it and wait for you to come tell him to put it down. He is such a sweetheart of a dog, of a pit bull. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I used to just go off of what everybody said about pit bulls and used to watch stuff on the internet with the guy who trains dogs, the dog trainer or whatever, and show these violent pit bulls. And I'm just like, I'll never get a pit bull. And now that I have one, it's like, I should have never watched that crap. My pit bull is very protective of me, but around children, he's awesome. He's awesome around family, and he's awesome with our Rottweiler mix. And they're both male dogs, and getting bigger. They used to fight, but with me training them, now they can eat together. They don't fight each other. They just play a lot. You know, they bite each other a lot, but they're just playing. They don't cry or scream or yelp when if they get bit too hard. Bodie will take off running and literally tackle Bruiser, and Bruiser's 2 times his size. and then he'll jump up and he'll take a bite into his neck, but he's actually getting his collar, and then he'll twist the collar, and Bruiser, he's loving it. He's just sitting there trying to bite back when he can't even move because Bodie's got his collar so tight that Bruiser is just sitting there gasping for air, but he's not even getting mad. It's like you can't. What can you do to piss off this pit bull? You can't. You'd have to. I guess you'd have to be a stranger and attacking me or something. But yeah, total bull crap on the whole thing. If you got pit bulls, it's just how you raise them. Yeah, there's people out there that beat their dogs. Of course, you're gonna have mean dogs, mean pit bulls if they're doing that to pit bulls. But they are the sweetest. They are the sweetest pups. It just depends on how you raise them. And Bodie's funny. I'm trying to get him to speak like a human, like I love you, and Bodie, Bodie is funny. I come in the yard and I'll say I love you like that to the dog, and now the dog starts doing it. He's funny. Oh my gosh, he thinks he's human. And being a teenager, Bodie, his head's bigger than the rest of like his body, so he has to grow into his head basically. But he's so cool. I have a miniature pit bull. Oh, sweet. That was found at Walmart, and she is probably one of the most loving dogs we have and most protective. Yeah, I have 8 altogether. Oh my gosh, that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, they're both, well, Bodie. I guess they're both very jealous though. They're very jealous. They want the same attention. But they're good. They're good dogs. They still are together. I don't haven't had to separate them yet. They at first they would get jealous over bones, and I get ribs a lot, and I give my all my bones go to the dogs, go to the pups. Everything I like the big bones go to the pups, and they used to fight over them, but now they know they both get their own bone. Even if I have a bowl full of bones, they just wait patiently, and they'll literally like watch each other. Like, am I next? Am I next? It's so cool. But they used to. Oh my gosh! At first, the Bodie would get really mad at Bruiser if he got the bone first. So, but now they know what nice means and gentle, and they were biting my hand, like almost taking my fingertip off when they would eat food, and now they just barely, like, they'll even move their lips back and bite very gentle because they got me a couple times, and I'm telling you that crap hurts, and they bite your fingertip. But they're doing so much better now. I'm training them a lot so they don't grow up to be, you know, bad dogs or bite people. But they have a natural instinct to be very protective of me. I don't know what it is. And I got security cameras too, so I say hi to them when I'm at work. I'll leave them in the backyard so they have their freedom, and they tear things up, so they have to be in the backyard. I can't leave them anywhere else. They have to tear something up. So, and they're usually running together, holding on to it, both of them when they're tearing it up. So they're in the backyard. But I have security cameras, and so I talk to them, and they're just like, at first they were freaked out, and they both stopped and stared at, like, towards the camera, and then just went crazy barking at whatever it was. But the more I talk to them every day, now they just sit there and look at the camera, like, and move their heads like, is that, who is that? That's our owner. Oh, that's Dad. Where is he? It's pretty cool. I can actually get them to stop, even if they're wrestling. I'll say either Bodie or Bruiser, and they'll stop. instantly. They're so cool. I'm glad I've got security cameras on them though. But yeah, they do. I'll usually if I have my security camera running, I'll hear them barking and I'll look at them and they're usually barking at something that's by the fence, but they're real protective. If people are like walking by, their ears go right up, and if I'm there, then they act all tough and get their hair up, standing up, and then they look at me and run around like they're acting like they're such big dogs and snorting and stuff. But they're sweethearts. They just know that backyard is theirs. We had two pit bull. I've got them on my security cameras. Somebody's dogs got loose, and they ran into the part of the backyard that I have, but they can't get into the backyard because they got a fence. But they ran right up to it, and luckily I had Bodie and Bruiser put away. But one of them was a small, almost like a fawn colored pit bull, and I don't know what the other one was. It was a mix of some type, but they're both like pit bull size. They came to see the dogs, and my dogs could hear them or sense them or whatever. They were going crazy, but the dogs couldn't get into the backyard. I just have on my security camera, so it's kind of curious where they come from and how they even know my dogs were back there, but they communicate somehow. And I don't know whose dogs they were either. It's crazy. This was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I think those dogs, somebody lets those dogs out and they chase the neighborhood cats around the alleys and try to kill the cats. I think that's because we used to find chewed up cats. I know it sounds bad, but from those dogs, because those dogs have been out for a number of years running around. We never could catch them. And we watched one of them grab a cat and take off with the cat. So we know that they're the culprits, but we don't know who their owners are. So, and it's usually at night. But somebody lets them out to go to the bathroom or whatever, and they take off through the neighborhood and run right into our backyard now. Not into the backyard, but up to the garage. I've got that. Yeah, I just bought the microphone, the dual microphone for my Android. I was waiting for GoPro. GoPro's out of the new uh, Pro microphones for the GoPros, so that you can attach a microphone. But I just bought the ones for the Android, so I can when I do my lives, I'll have a nice microphone now. That's crazy. He just got one. Got the same exact one I got. Weird. Yeah, that's what I paid. It's like $62 for them off Amazon. But they're supposed to really be a lot better for your shorts or if you make videos from your phone. And you know what? I have not used my phone to make videos, only short videos, not long content videos. I've got I use Wondershare for my editing program. If you guys have any ideas or know of any other editing programs that are pretty good, let me know. Or if you hear somebody who's talking about a good editing program or you know about it, let me know in the comments too. I'm always looking for another editing program that offers a little more. But I have Wondershare on my phone, and I still never use it for long content. I just use my GoPro most of the time. But it would be kind of cool to use it on my phone, then I can just upload it from my phone. And I notice a lot of other YouTubers, they just use their phones, either Apple phones or their Androids. That is a small microphone, though. That's good. Yep, little seaport. Yeah, so it'll really be a lot better with the microphone. I'm doing my shorts, my short videos, because you can put your phone on the tripod, and there's that microphone that sits on your phone, plugs into your phone, and then you can walk away and do a live stream away from your phone and have it recording you from a tripod. And that's what I want to do. I'd also like to learn how to do videos from my phone with the Wondershare app that I have. Otherwise, if I could upload a different editing program and try it out. And I don't want to do like one shot or anything like that. I want to do a different editing program that I haven't used before. I wrote one down, and I don't know where I wrote it down now. I It was one of my friends was using it, and I totally forgot the program that he used, and he's no longer here. So, but yeah, going 2 hours and 7 minutes already. Hopefully, you guys like these longer live streams too. Caro, how you doing? The goat, the goat. Sorry, just joined back. Yeah, I see that. You guys know any editing programs? Let me know. Leave me a comment. I've been using Wondershare for a while now, but I know there's got to be a better one out there. CapCut. I've used CapCut. Yep, I have CapCut, but I know that there are some videos that I used CapCut for and used their music, and I couldn't upload it to my YouTube channel. The music almost gave me a strike. They just basically wouldn't show the video, wouldn't upload the video. They kept it private. They actually blocked it, and then I had to redo it. I don't even know what music I used, but it was what they offered. So it was like, are you kidding me? They offer that music. So it's got to be good for YouTube. But I use CapCut to do like edit photos and stuff too. Where's my coffee? I could use coffee right now. You guys see that cool purple mug I got of my Bigfoot guy? It's purple. It's awesome mug. And it actually keeps my coffee hot for a long time. See, it's all aluminum. But yeah, I need some coffee. Oh, I have seen this video. I even hit the like button. Dude, I've seen your video before, man. It's one thing I don't like is well, sometimes I can't lie. I do watch people's videos over and over and over. But they have to be a certain YouTuber. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Who's all still there? 5 people in here in the house tonight.
Very, very good person.
Everybody give me a thumbs up. Who's here? Who's still watching?
A
Oh
lot
my
of hot dog.
gosh, that's a lot of hot dogs.
Pieces of burgers. But we don't
And
know
I
how
don't
many
even
burgers.
use. I don't know when the last time I ate a
So
bar S hot dog.
do a wonderful job over there.
I usually eat the hot dogs that are,
Put them in bags for
oh,
us.
what do they call them? Sausage hot dogs,
There, back to the
cheese
house and get
dogs, and
frozen.
chili
And
cheese
Tracy
and
put some cheese
jalapeno.
on this, and I just
They're
started filling them. So
sausages
that's
instead of hot
it's
dogs.
gonna cost me right now.
Fantastic. How are you? I'm fantastic too. I can't believe I'm still up. What time is it? It's 11:45. I haven't been up for this long in like since last weekend. I guess it was last weekend I was up late. Thank you for the thumbs up. So I got 2 thumbs up. 2 different people gave me thumbs up, but there's 4 people in here. So whoever's still in here, if you're watching, hit that thumbs up and let me know if you who's still in here. Yeah, right. I mean, shoot, I should be in a tent right now doing a live stream. It's a lot funner than in the room, but at least it's clear, right? There's no lagging in the room. Ugh. I haven't had Frank's in a long time. I'm actually. Yeah, I used to stay up late with my daughters. I I was always up and I mean sleeping and then back up and sleeping and trying to sleep and then back up again when my daughters were growing up. Many nights stayed up late and I had to get up to oh, I worked in construction back then too, so oh man, that was not fun. I did not have a good day when I had 1 hour of sleep.
Oh my hot dog. Holy hot dog, guys. This is
Did you
like
give me
pure
thumbs up? You
perfection.
didn't even give me a thumbs up.
I did get cheese. I got some water as well. I did 2 cases of burgers. And this is all I can afford, guys. At least for now. You know I'm making a commitment.
So there's
Guys,
4 people in
bring
here.
a dish like a salad or
I
you know,
see
maybe
3
pasta.
people. Who's the 4th?
And we'll all have dogs for now.
Maybe they have my the 4th person has I did. Yeah, you gave me thumbs up and then uh yeah, Lori gave me thumbs up. You gave me thumbs up to let me know you're still here, but is it Caro? Maybe the 4th person is napping. That's what I'm kind of thinking. I guess it's too boring tonight, right? Well, it's late. I can't even be too loud. I gotta kind of be quiet. Not, not because I'll get in trouble, just because it's inconsiderate, I gotta be more quiet. Wait, what are you talking about? I've been checking Discord. I just want the thumbs up. I didn't know. That's good that you're checking Discord though, to see if there's anything that you're missing out on. Rose, how you doing? It's me, Rose. How you doing? The combat too. Right on. Hey, thanks for joining my live stream. You're doing good. Right on. Good to hear that. What are you doing up so late? Is it late or is it early? Where are you watching from? Oh, nothing, just chilling. Where are you watching from? Where you're chilling? Did you guys see the new tornado that I have? It's like a 90s deal, but I thought it was pretty sweet. I'm going to take all those little balls out and see if it'll still do a tornado where you can see it. You're subscribed to my channel, aren't you, Rose? Sweet. Right on. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, it wouldn't let me download Discord, so I'm going to have to go through and erase a bunch of stuff off my computer and then figure out why it won't let me. I was watching your little jellyfishes. Yeah. Yeah, those things are pretty cool. Did you guys see my Bigfoot the other day? Let's see if I can see his face. He's really weird looking. So I got Bigfoot. Bigfoot's in the house. And look at that thing. Is it that little electric deal is attracted to his hand. His hand's touching. It's actually going zzz on his hand. Yeah. Right on. Heck yeah, the Bigfoot dude. Why did that turn off? What'd you turn off for, light? Do I need to replug you back in? You guys ever seen an octopus coffee mug before? I've got stuff in it, but you guys gotta check out this octopus mug. It's so cool. And check out his eyes. It's got an aluminum cup in the top. It's pretty cool. Never seen that before, and I saw that. I was like, I gotta have that octopus. Heck yeah. If I could find a Bigfoot mug, I'll definitely get it too. Yeah, so I got the trailer all hooked up and I've got the truck all ready to go. I've got some gear right here that I just got to load up in the truck and then I'll be heading out. But I don't know if you guys, whoops, I don't know if you guys saw Bodie's new harness. I've got him one of those belly harnesses so that he's not going to be pulled by his neck anymore. I don't like that collar around his neck because he's so strong. I don't want to hurt his neck, but this thing is attached to his back. It's like a multicolored tan camouflaged and like a green, but it goes around his whole body. And then he's got that really long leash that actually expands, but I just have to cinch this up around him because he's not, this is all the way out. I pulled it all the way out so I could put it on him and then I'll fit it to him. So Bodie will be sporting this. It's not pink. It's just the lights behind me are throwing it off. But it's a camouflage tan and army green. So Bodie will be in that. It was this one or a I think they had a gray one or a black, and he's already black, and so I don't want him to be so hot. At least this is a tan color. So and then I can also, if he wants to run off or something, I can grab him by this handle. Have you guys seen these before? I'm sure everybody's seen these before, but this is gonna be so nice for him. Yeah, because he's such a strong dog too, and he don't like it when you pull on his neck. I already noticed that. He does not like it at all. The only thing I can see him maybe breaking that, so I might have to just put a ring on it and attach it, but I think this will be a lot more comfortable for him than that thing around his neck. Because he got to the point where, in the very beginning, of course, he did not want anything to do with anybody pulling him on, by his neck. And so now I kind of have to bear hug him and barely even pull on the cord, But he actually is really good about it now. But I think he'll be excited to wear his new deal here, his harness for when we go walking and stuff. Whoops. But yeah, so I'm pretty much ready to go. I just have to pack up all this few things and then we'll be going tomorrow. I even have a harness on my little dog. Yeah, I seen those little tiny ones. Those are pretty cool too. I had to get the extra large because they fit better. I was getting a smaller size one and it was too tight, so I couldn't use it. I had to get the extra large for him, and then that way I can kind of cinch it up, but it gives me the space that I need. Because Bruiser, he's gonna fit that with it almost extended out almost all the way. Because Bruiser's big. I am really surprised on how big he's gotten. Where are my remotes? I'm gonna try to fit my blue. I think that's a little better. It's starting to bug me with the lights changing colors back there. But you guys can see me okay? But yeah, he'll really enjoy that. I mean, at first he'll be kind of like, "What is this?" But after we go on our walk, I think he'll be a lot better off. Because when he starts, running off, he wants to go, and he don't want you to hold on to him. So I think it's gonna be a lot better. This way, his whole body is supported instead of his neck. Poor guy. Him and Bruiser too. I got one coming for Bruiser. I think I just got the army green one for Bruiser though. He'll look pretty cool in it. I can also swap them. So if Bodie looks really good with the green one, I'll just put the green one on him. But being black, really really pretty black dogs, they'll look good in both of them, in either one. So yeah, I'll show you guys tomorrow once I get one of that once I put it on him. Um, but yeah, like I was saying, I don't. I want to take Bodie with me tomorrow, and so I won't be staying out there every day until Monday because I have Bodie, and I don't want to leave him by himself, and so I don't know how it's going to be as far as going out on the boat. Um, with leaving him back at camp by himself, tied up or something. It's my brother's got that property, that camp right on a main gravel road going to the lake, and I don't know if I want to leave him on the leash. So we'll have to see what happens. I like taking my pups with me if we go. But of course, it's not my boat, and so we'll have to see. But Bodie's going to the lake. I'm not gonna go by myself. I like Bodie with me. He likes to have fun. I want him to be able to enjoy everything that I'm doing out there. You know what I mean? He's part of the channel, so he don't get left behind. Now, when I take my boat out, oh man, he's all over it. He don't have restrictions. Only thing I don't want him to do is jump out of the boat when I'm going down the lake, because that would not be good. But he has free range of the boat wherever he wants to go. But when you're with other people, it's kind of hard to, you know. So, might just have to take my boat out. So what are you guys doing out there? You guys just hanging out watching, or what are you doing? You on the computer still, or are you guys just hanging out? Sorry, it's so dark in here. I could turn on a light, but I kind of like the lights dim. But I kind of want to step away and grab a drink or something. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine having that many pups. I go through so much food. I don't know if it's just because the bigger breeds that they are, or if I'm overfeeding them or what. But they both don't leave the food in their bowls, and so. But I can't imagine having to feed six of them. I actually did that with beagles. I had hunting beagles, and I had mom and a dad have a litter, and I think that litter they had 7 pups, and then I had another beagle that was a blue beagle, a blue hunting beagle, and I remember I was buying like 4 bags of those 44-pound bags every few weeks, and I was just like, this is too much. It's just too much food. And that was back when they weren't as expensive as it is now, but so yeah, I thumbs up to you if you're taking care of more than 2 dogs. Yeah, it's a lot. You got to make extra income just to feed your pups. Just hanging out, supporting your channel. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you doing that. That's a lot. At least with me, with the 8. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't even imagine going back to how many I had. I ended up having to adopt all the puppies out because I kept two I kept 2 of the puppies, the most beautiful looking ones. I kept them, the coolest ones, and then I kept the mom and the dad, and then I ended up um, adopting all of them except for Tracker. He was the dad, and I came home one night after work, and he broke the leash, and because I had him outside because I do that for him when I go to work, and but anyways, he broke the leash and went somewhere, and somebody got him and never gave him back. I tried looking for him, and of course nobody's seen him, but that's not true. Somebody wanted him because he was really popular at the lake down at the boat ramp. A lot of people would come up and look at him because I called him Fat Boy. He was my fat boy. He was the biggest beagle I've ever seen. He was just huge beagle, and everybody was like, "Oh, that's the coolest dog." And yeah, as soon as he got out, I did catch him one time with his pup. Him and his pup were out. Of course, I let him out, but they took off. I thought they were just chasing a rabbit or something, chasing a squirrel, but no, they ran all the way up the hill and went to the convenience store. And so I went up there looking for him, found him at the convenience store, walking around people, and people were petting him. And I think that he went back up to that convenience store and somebody took him home. I never got him back. So that was a sad day. I had Tracker since he was a puppy. But he was the coolest beagle too, the most beautiful, beautiful beagle. But he had a big old head on him like my pit does. He's just a cool dog. Only bit me once, and that was because I picked him up wrong. And he didn't bite me, he just nipped me. He's like, don't pick me up like that. He's a fat boy though. That's what happens when they get fat. You gotta be careful when you pick them up. I was just wanting to love on him and pick him up and squeeze him, but he turned around and bit me. It kind of nipped me, but it was like, dadgum, so. But somebody's having fun with him. Hopefully he's having a good life. But I guess out there in that area, they don't like to give things back when they find something. Evidently. But at least I know the other ones went to a good home. So now I keep a good eye on my two pups. I don't let them stray far. Like my avatar, I really can't see that small. What is it? Yeah, I can't make it out. Just see the green and something in the middle. Oh, it's a chick. It's a cartoon chick. It's like standing on the green grass with the, what is that, an umbrella or something behind? I had to jump on the computer to be able to see something that small.
All up until the jar is full, and then fill it with virgin olive oil and put it in a windowsill and let it sit for 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, and then the oil absorbs all the medicinal properties from the
Sorry, I'm not just staring at the screen. I'm going back, reading messages.
at a time, and you heat it up enough that you can melt beeswax into it. So 1 cup of the infused oil, 1 cup of beeswax, whether it's pellets or somebody with a beehive, you can get actually natural beeswax is even preferable. You melt it together, put a teaspoon
Oh yeah,
of
do
coconut
that.
oil in with it, which helps the skin absorb
I could use some coffee, that's for sure.
from the bark. And then when you cool it down, put
Of
it in
course, then,
jars,
because I'm not planning on going to bed for a while. When it comes to my weekends and stuff like that, I can stay up for a long time.
it's a fantastic plant.
I mean, you guys don't have to stay on, but I do appreciate you guys still being here.
Got a big black bear in the area.
But if you did need to take off, I totally understand. I'm just not tired. I guess I passed the threshold of being tired anymore, and I'm just like still doing good. I'm still awake. Okay, good. It's charging.
Bed with filter in
I have my lavender,
through the
wavy pastel hair that falls past my shoulders, and I have a little white skin tone. I have black shoes and I black female combat shirt. Sweet. That's awesome. Yeah, I seen your channel. Where'd it go? Probably can go back and look. Go back again. Rosie. So is that what you go by as Rosie? A lot of games. Cool, cool. Thank you for the heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you guys got anything else fun going on this weekend? Remember, it's just tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday. Oh, I gotta charge that too. I almost forgot about that. I've got so much stuff I have to charge before I head out of here. Otherwise, I'm left using my solar power to charge everything. Which is fine. That works too. Hydration. Yes, I could use some hydration right now. Yeah, I could use some. I could definitely use some coffee or something. Even if I don't have coffee, just something to drink. I gotta get up and go get something. Where's my phone at? Um. Oh, did you see? I commented on one of your. I think it's just a picture. Did you see that, Amanda? Two people. What happened? Sure, I said you guys can take off, and now two people took off. Not this easy, no. Gee whiz. Why two people, right? There should be tons of people. I don't know. Maybe they're watching the weirdos. What do you guys think? Or they're watching some people fishing in the ocean or something. Oh, they're going to sleep, right? You didn't answer, Amanda? Are you there still? I didn't even check my battery. 44. What the heck? It's been plugged in this whole time. Is my battery charger not charging? It's charging. You know these live streams kill your batteries, right? But yeah, I left a comment on your Amanda on your picture. I think it was with you and your daughter. I don't know if you saw that. But I was just going through my my YouTube shorts, and it was on one of the shorts. Not my YouTube shorts, but going through YouTube shorts, and your picture popped up. I was like, oh, cool. I know that person. Guy made a pizza in his video out in the out on a camping trip. He made a pizza. A mini pizza. That sounds so good right now. I could go for a pizza right now. Look, there's only one person. It must be you, Rose. Just you and me in here. I think everybody else took off. They say, I'm done. I'm done tonight. It is late, though. It is getting to be what, 12, 15? That's not too bad. I've been up till 3 o'clock when I was out there doing an adventure camping video. Yep, just you and I. Everybody else took off. I don't understand how there's only like, you know, less than a dozen or if that in my lives. And then I go and watch my lives or look at my live streams and there's like a couple hundred watching my lives after the fact. It's like, where were you guys when I was doing my live stream? I guess I got to be on in the morning, right? Got to start my lives in the mornings and see if people are on during in the morning time. I heard there are some people that's what they do. They get on in the morning and they have a lot more people. But it's like I work in the morning. Lori's still there. I'm here, but I was going to lay down and listen to you till I fell asleep. Oh, that's so nice of you to do that. You don't have to, though. If you need to go to sleep, you can go to sleep. I'll be back on tomorrow. It's up to you, though. But I do appreciate you being here on my live stream. Do appreciate it. Where are you watching from again, Lori? Texas. Amanda's watching from Texas, but I think, well, now there's 4 people in here, so Amanda might be back. I like to guess. Rose, I don't think you ever mentioned where you're watching from. Just Amanda told me she's watching from Texas. Yes, thank you, Josh. Oh, for the short. Yeah, the video. I left a comment for you. It always helps by leaving comments. So just trying to show my support. I fell asleep for a minute ago. Oh no. You're gonna wake up and be like, when did I fall asleep? Shit, this is the kind of stuff I used to do when I was a teenager. Oh, I had so much fun when I was a teenager. Oh my gosh. Now that I can do whatever I want. I mean, back then I was like limited on what I could do and I had to be a rebel to do whatever I wanted. I'm here and listening, but have you in... Oh, I'm in the corner. Why'd you put me in timeout? Watching and talking to people on another platform. Oh, okay. Stick me in the corner. I get you. I love this guy. This guy is my favorite YouTuber. I gotta go and meet him one day. He's the coolest bushcraft guy. Oh my gosh, he's so awesome. Tacoma, Washington. Sweet. Washington, Tacoma. I've been through Tacoma, Washington. Washington. Wow, you're lucky. That's right. I remember. You said that a long time ago. I remember. I actually didn't realize the photos popped up. I thought you had to go to the page. No, it was on. I was going through live streams, or not live streams. I'm sorry, short videos. I'm watching shorts, and your picture popped up, and I thought it was a short, but it was just a photo of you and your daughter. I remember now, Washington, Tacoma, Washington. I remember now. Yeah, see, I have to like jar my memory so I don't forget you guys, where you guys are all watching from and stuff. It's cool to keep up with everybody. But yeah, your shorts, your videos or pictures will show up in shorts. I'm still waiting to see if any of mine have ever shown up. I do this a lot, so I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe YouTube forgot about me, so they don't post my pictures that I post. I don't know. We'll have to figure that part out. What's the weather like there in Washington? You guys have good weather until the winter comes around. Seems like I watch a lot of videos out of Washington. Um, do you know? I'll show you an example of who's in Washington that I watch, and it has a lot to do with Amanda's name. Their part of their name is Fungi. Oh, where's he at? I watched the I watched the pocket knife guy while he is on his way to work in the morning. I get up and it's perfect timing that he's on 8 to 9. Okay. I thought about doing a live in the morning. Where's the fungi? Oh, I'm gonna have to go to my history. Where's my history at? Let's go to home. Let's go to my channel. Let's see here. Go to my channel. Go to my history. Oh, there. Oh, Fungi's World. Do you know, Lori? Do you know who Fungi's World is? It's Guy's World. All one word, basically no spaces, but Fung Guy's World. I follow him. He's out of Washington also. But I think oh, what is he? Where is he out of? I'll think of it. Got a brain fart. Oh, now, yeah, now I'm looking. It is just you. Everybody else fell asleep or they jumped out. It's all good. Because you know what? If you didn't come back, there would be zero, and I would be out. I'd be okay. Good night, guys. So, but since you're still here, we'll keep it going for a little bit longer. Unless you need to take off, we'll go ahead and take. We'll go ahead and end it if you're getting ready to go to bed or something. I don't want to keep anybody up. But yeah, it looks like it's just me now. What is that? That looked like a leech from the ocean. That was crazy. All right, everybody. If everybody's out now, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream, and then I'll pick it back up tomorrow. Looks like we're at zero. So you guys have a good night. Okay. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for the new subscribers, and for the comments, and for hanging out all night long. You guys are awesome. 2 hours and 50 minutes. We kept this going. Lori, you're back. But it shows zero, so that's weird. Are you back or what's going on? Maddie, I am here, Josh. I was gonna end the live stream because it says 0 up there. You guys left. I am here, Josh. Lori too. Hey, thanks for the hearts. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I got an eye ache. You ever had an eye ache? I think it's because I need coffee. That gum. I need some caffeine. I think that's what it was. I got a major eye ache. My goodness. Lori is here. Get coffee. Are you going to be here? Or am I going to come back and there's nobody going to be in here? I need some coffee. I need to keep myself awake. If you guys stay here, I'll go get coffee and come back. I never left. Well, then YouTube lied because it said 0 for the longest time. I have been here. It's not functioning, obviously. You have been in the corner. That's why you stuck me in the corner. Of course it's going to say 0. I was stuck in the corner. Oh. I'm glad you ladies are here though. Let's see. You have been in the corner. Yeah, but if you guys will stay here, I'll go get some coffee real quick. At least put it on and then I can come back, and when I hear it bubbling, heating up, I can go grab it and then come right back. I'm listening. I'm doing laundry and responding to. I think I'm going to do my laundry tomorrow. I don't think I can do it tonight. I got to do laundry too, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. Do you guys ever watch Off Grid with Jake and Nicole? Those YouTubers that live completely like off grid with their babies and stuff. They have the coolest place. I can't remember where they're at though. Yeah, if you guys hang out, if you guys plan on hanging out with me for a little while, I'll go grab some coffee. But I need a thumbs up or something that let me know you guys are going to be here. Well, it says we are here, so I'm going to go grab some coffee real quick because otherwise I'm going to start getting loopy. So, I'll be back. I'm just going to put it on and then I'll come back. I'll get it ready. I'll be back. Oh. Ah, thank you for the hearts. What the heck? What's falling down over here? What does that go to? Ah. What did I have plugged in? Oh well. I don't need that then. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, now I got the coffee soaking. Soaking. I got the coffee almost ready. Right on. Yeah, I just gotta wait for it for a little bit now. Ooh. How do you drink your coffee? Sugar and cream, or just black with sugar. But yeah, I usually brew it and then I have an espresso also maker, but I just brew the coffee and then put sugar in it. Sometimes I'll put cream in it, but sometimes I'll put cream in it. It just depends. Why everyone left, man. Hey, that's just the way it goes. You know, it's midnight. It's midnight 34, so yeah. A lot of people still have to work probably on their Friday, so um oh, that's done charging. That was quick. But that's probably why. 100% still. I'm just waiting for my coffee to heat up so I can go get it and drink it. I'm so thirsty right now. It's crazy. Oh my goodness gracious. What are you still doing up? Probably done now. Probably good enough to drink. Who are you asking? Are you asking me? Have you ever heard of Dawning's Contagious? I haven't. What's that about?
There's lucky stars for sponsoring this episode. With Fox, I've wanted him to be very skillful at using the stars, not only to map his way around the world, but just to stay humble and remember his place in this great thing we call life. When Fox was first born, I started noticing his vision getting better and better with every day that he was alive. And at first, I could tell he couldn't see.
What's that about, Lori?
That started improving over time. And sometimes he'd wake up in the middle of the night, and if it was my turn to rock him to sleep, which is not known as much as Nicole does, she's the CEO of the
Yawning.
but if it was my turn, I might roll him to sleep
Oh.
and take him outside.
Have I ever heard yawning's contagious? I was gonna say dawning's contagious. Yeah, yawning is very contagious.
Opened his eyes and was just enamored and started smiling. He was so happy to see the stars. He saw there was a company that
Dawning.
events by allowing you to give
Yep.
what the night sky was like during certain special events. Then I knew we had to get out for fun.
Yep. You've been yawning though. You fell asleep a little bit ago. Yeah, I got you. I was like, dawning's contagious. What's that about? That's funny.
It's perfect. Under Like the Stars is a great gift option to remember important.
Yep, it's definitely very, very contagious. Oh, that's all good. I'm fine except for when I put my glasses on. Then when I take them off, it's really, really blurry. Most time I don't need them unless I'm reading off the phone, though. That's definitely something I need my glasses for. But most of the time I don't even wear them just to read. I thought I used to have good eyesight. But I think all these new LEDs really are killing my eyes. The LEDs everybody uses in their cars and trucks and stuff, it's just, those things will kill your eyes. Not yet, I haven't. I had to run my little dog out and go potty real quick. Cool. Yep. Yeah, definitely do what you got to do. Definitely. I just got to run and grab my coffee real quick. And then I'll be back. So, I'll be back.
As you're just saying, not just for your child, but also for your parents, for your boyfriend, girlfriend, for your husband, wife. There's so many different dates that you can commemorate, like your first kiss, or the day you were married, or got engaged, having a child, or I mean, there's so many dates out there.
Under Lucky Stars wants people to be able to
Amanda, still here. Right on.
constellations, even as light pollution and space debris clutter skies. They are deeply committed to keeping the skies clear and limit space litter by supporting
Ouch.
the International Dark Sky Association.
In additional frames, there are 6
Oh, much better.
Under Lucky Stars are the original star map makers, and their proprietary methods of locating the stars are certified by NASA astrophysicists and accuracy.
A star map from Under Lucky Stars is a gift. If you'd like to give this gift to someone in your life, we're giving our viewers an exclusive 10% discount to make it extra special for you. Go to underluckystars.com
That's hot.
and use the code Jake and Nicole while checking out to get your loved one a unique gift.
You guys got your coffee? Or your tea? You guys drink coffee, don't you? It's almost like I have to have coffee now. Anymore. What is she making? Some type of grass seed salad. I mean, what is that? It's gonna be potpourri. Yeah. Oh, it's tea. Tea's good though. You're still here. 3 people still here. Good. Good, good, good. Yep. And I add instant coffee to my coffee. Cool. Yeah, we drink a lot of I used to drink a lot of instant coffee. But I noticed I get bloated when I drink instant. Do you ever have that problem? Ew, earwig. There was an earwig in that. I remember earwigs. We were always told don't sleep on the ground, otherwise an earwig will crawl up into your ear and get stuck, and it'll cause a lot of pain. And then I heard that people did get earwigs. You guys know what earwigs are, right?
For my matcha. And then over here we have some indigo infused drying, some herbal black bag
Hello?
infusion. These are both for
Hello,
drying,
anyone?
for
Anyone?
work,
Anyone out there? Anyone out there?
berry.
Just teasing. Whoops. Almost knocked over the camera.
Here we have some chocolate mint,
I don't drink coffee. That
It's just regular mint or like spearmint.
you mean this late at night? I have to drink coffee
Then we have some
this late
more
at night,
yoga,
especially if I'm in my camping in my tent.
probably just
Oh
as a
yeah, I
base
gotta have coffee.
store it. And then lastly, we have
It helps you
the
stay up.
onion skins that I'm going to be dyeing with. So we just kind of been
And it tastes so
doing
good
over onion
when
skins
you're
to
out
dye.
camping and stuff.
Not sure what I'm going to dye yet, but I just been kind of
That tent, that green tent that I put up last weekend,
starts
I
over
think it was
dyeing
last
going on
weekend,
for my hair. So
it is so nice. I mean, shoot, it felt so nice inside that tent.
hair's still
And I
looking
have my new cot in there, so oh my gosh, I could literally stay in there for a long time. Like, you know, sleep in there for a long time. It was just so nice, especially when it was raining. After I got off the live stream and stopped filming it or making my videos and stuff, it started raining. It was so nice. I did not want to get up. Of course, that cot's a lot more comfortable than the last cot that I used. I broke the leg on the last one I was using, so but this one actually you sit up higher off the ground, so
你的稀饭是中人，对吧？
what's that? Yet your wood says little pinky bugs. Are you making typos?
Okay, so I just actually do a little bit of
Am I reading that right?
the sunset guys you have.
I don't know if I'm reading that right. I'm not making sense of what you're trying to say. Yet your wood says little pinky bugs. Yeah, I'm trying to make sense of that too. I think she's asleep. Lori, are you asleep? Nice try, dude. Try again. Oh, goodness. I think I screwed up my chair from how I had it last. Oh. Oh, sorry, I look crazy tonight. I guess I can't text without my glasses on. Yeah, because you put, yet your wood says a little pinky bugs. What wood? What are we talking about? It was funny. It was dang funny. 3 hours. We've been on this live for 3 hours and 16 minutes. Do you think it'll be okay to upload that long of a live? Have you guys seen longer live streams than 3 hours? I mean, when I go back and look at my live streams, there's a lot of people watching them, but it's after. Makes me wonder if I'm coming on lives at the wrong time. I actually wish I could start my lives earlier. I mean, I can on the weekends, but it just means that I've got to wake up and, I mean, I could, I guess, wake up in the tent and go ahead and start my live stream, but I might look a little scary. My hair is kind of like all over the place. But I mean, if you guys want me to try it, I can. People listen like me later on. Yeah,
Walking on the new pathway.
I am gonna try it though.
Babe, it's looking
I
good.
am gonna try it, see what happens.
Throw over the blanket. And walk.
Definitely gonna try it. But it's just hard for me to get up in the morning. Like some of the videos that I make, I actually want to wake up in my camper, in my mini cabin. Actually, it's not my camper, but my mini cabin, and show you guys, me waking up in the morning. But I haven't done that yet. I haven't been like that. I usually get up, look outside, see what the weather's like, and then start my coffee and then start my videos. But I think I'll surprise everybody and do it when I wake up. Start my camera right when I wake up. It's an awesome little cabin though. It's so comfortable. It is literally so comfortable that I don't want to get up in the morning. Just lay there and say, do I have to get up? I mean, all I hear is nature. The birds are already, you know, whistling outside, and it's so dark because my windows are tinted too. It's not like a film over the glass. It's actually a brown glass. Yeah, I will. I will. I'll have to do that. Either that or when I wake up in the tent, I'll have to be like, I'll have a table right, set up right next to my cot. So when I wake up, I just push record and then and then start recording when I'm just waking up. But I guess it would you know let you know what it's like inside the either the tent or the cabin when I wake up. Because unless I have the windows cracked open, the blinds cracked open, it's pretty dark inside there. Unless I leave a light on, but most of the time I turn all the lights off and leave the fan running on the in the roof, because that's a cool air fan, so it brings in like really really cool air. And even with the roof rack that I built on top of the mini cabin, I built it around that that window so I can actually lift it up, and it doesn't the kayaks don't mess with the window at all too. I still have plenty of room to lift it up and get fresh air coming in the top, so it's pretty cool. I have an AC unit for it too, but I have to install it. So if I installed the AC, I would have AC and I would have heating in that little mini cabin. But we'll have to see what I do with the AC because I've got an AC unit, either for the big cabin that I have, and I wanted to find a smaller AC unit for the mini cabin. Yeah, I usually have the windows in the door. The window in the door opens, and the window above the sink opens. And so the vent in the roof, I'll usually like crank it open, and then click the cool air fan on, and then that runs at any high, any speed that I want it to. Usually, it's really quiet too, but it literally brings in cool air. It feels so good in there, and it just circulates all night long. So it doesn't get musky or like smelly in there or anything from being closed up. And most of the time when I go to bed, I smell like a campfire anyways. So it would be like almost overwhelming if I left all the windows closed and just went to bed in there because of how much smoke I have on me from the campfire. But I enjoy it. But I know I've been told that it's pretty strong. At least I don't smoke, right? I don't smoke. I used to smoke. But I quit a long, long time ago. But yeah, or either that or when I'm in the larger cabin, though, I have AC for that one. I want to get a mini AC, and plus I have a cooler that blows mist, water out. You just fill it up with water and it blows mist out. And with the fan going, it actually cools off the air inside the cabin too. And it doesn't get anything wet. It just makes it so that the air is cool when the fan is going. But I usually run that when it's really, really hot. But I also sleep with fans on. I've got to have a fan on me. But that's why I started investing in these little fans that I have. These are some sweet fans. You saw some of the fans that I showed you, didn't you? This one's actually a mister. You can fill it up with water and it mists you at night. See the clear bottle at the top? You just fill it up and it sprays out here. And it just mists you. And then if you need the light, it's got the lights. But it's all done by remote control too. So you have a remote control for all of these little fans. But when I found these things, I thought, yeah, it'd be kind of cool. I don't know how good they are, but shoot, I love these things. I have to have fans on me. Yeah, but not inside the cabin I have. But once I turn this fan on and open up the door, open up the windows, and then open up the cool air, now it goes right out. The heat goes right out of that cabin. It's not big enough to hold all the heat inside. It's usually above the top bunk in the ceiling, and it's all insulated. So the whole thing is insulated. So when I turn those fans on, it gets cool, and then I actually have to turn this off in the middle of the night because it gets cold, and it's 70, 80 degrees outside, so, and it still gets cold inside that cabin with no AC, but it's because I have the fans going, circulating the air. It's a cool design. It works really, really well. I went through, did you see any of my videos where I went through and stripped it completely out before I remodeled it? It was a month away from going to the scrap yard because the interior was completely like, It wasn't like rotted out. Yeah. Yeah, it was, the inside wasn't rotted out, but it had a smell that I would never recommend anybody smelling because it sat on my land. I mean, I used it in the past, but then I went and parked it on my land, and I had been putting stuff in it to store, like tools and stuff, and so, and tires, and I mean, you name it, I had in there, generators in there, and I had lots and lots of stuff. Well, it was there for about 2 or 3 years, and so I opened up the door, and it was just like mold growing in there, and I found carpenter ants had gotten inside and into the walls, and there were millions of them, and they're only a half inch long, and so those freaked me out because they were in everything. And so I basically brought the trailer out of the woods and into the open area and took everything out of it, and then took it and ripped that thing apart. And luckily, I saved it from being eaten by the carpenter ants, because what they'll do is they'll go through all the wood and they'll eat the wood as they're living in that crap. Yeah, you need to go back and watch the videos of it. What are you doing? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so it was completely bad. So I ripped, and it had shelving from the front to the back. I mean, the whole front was shelving, the sides were shelving, and then I had all my storage in it, and it was just sitting there. It wasn't like rusting or inside leaking, but the yeah, but the interior wood had to come out. And then I found all the carpenter ants in the walls. So yeah, I vacuumed them up because I didn't want to spray bug spray in there. So I basically vacuumed them up and then dumped them in the garbage can because I don't like ants. And then I just started remodeling the whole entire thing. But I was gonna leave it there on my land and just use it as storage. And I said, nah, I want to build my channel. This would be a perfect little mini cabin. And I was watching a guy that had built a mini cabin, a mini. He calls it a mini. What does he call it? A mini cabin, I think, is all he calls it. I can't remember exactly, but he has a YouTube channel, and that gave me the idea, and I was like, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna restore this trailer. And then I got the idea to do it to my big trailer. Oh, it took me forever to even get started on the big trailer, but it had to be done. And now it looks awesome. And doesn't even smell. Actually smells really good inside. Both of the cabins, or both of the trailers, smell brand new on the inside. It's crazy. And the blue cabin is in 1994. That should say a lot. That's old. And then my bigger trailer, or camper, what is it? A pull trailer? Pull trailer. That's 2000. So 26 years old, and then the other one. So they both smell like they're brand new on the inside because I gutted them all completely out and redid them. The hardest one was the bigger one, obviously, but because I had to do a lot more to that one because it was bigger. But it turned out pretty cool. Yeah, go to sleep. Yeah, definitely go to sleep. I'll be back on tomorrow. It's 1:04 in the morning at my time, so yeah, definitely. We'll see you later. You have a good night. And catch me back. Come back on tomorrow and check me out again. Oh. Just glad you guys hung out with me for as long as you guys did.
I really wanted a shelf where he could see all of his toys and books. So he
Yep.
figured
Good
out
night.
some of
Sleep
those
tight.
and kind of
Thanks for joining my live stream and hanging out.
grab and
So we'll have fun tomorrow night. You guys can see where I'm at. So
the baskets.
and meet my brother. I'll get my brother. I'll introduce my brother to you guys. You guys will like him. He's a total people's person, man. He loves people. He is so outgoing, so fun. I told him he should have started a YouTube channel. He's single and he goes around and does a lot. He was married, but he's single now, and he goes around and does a lot. But he does a lot for his kids too. He's got a couple kids too. All right, see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Good to see you again, and take care. Yeah, so Amanda, did you see that? Did you see the video? Cario says sup. It's 106. Yes, it is. It's 106. We are running for 3 hours and 33 minutes. Yes, it is 106. Amanda, did you see the mini cabin and the other one? The bigger trailer? Central Standard Time? You're in Texas. What time is it in Texas then? Is it midnight there or something in Texas, or is it like the same time? I don't think it's the same time, is it? We spring forward in the spring, fall back in the fall. I don't think you guys have daylight savings. Really? So it's 1 o'clock, huh? 1. No, Maddie, I'm asking. Oh, yes, it is 106. Oh, okay. So you're same time. Did you see the video though? Um, check me out probably. Let's see. You know what? I can be live. I can do a live maybe in the afternoon, after 2 o'clock. I'll try to do a live, and then I'll do another live later on. But I can at least go live a couple times, or after 12, I'll go live around 2. Otherwise, I'll post it. Just check my YouTube channel. Go to the community. I'll leave a note for you guys when I'll be, because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow exactly. I've got some things I got to do first before I head out there. Maddie says, I did the one with the bigger one, but the smaller one, no. You like the bigger one? I changed that around a lot. Yeah, okay. See you later. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Good night. Yeah, the bigger camper's so comfortable. It's so cozy. I have actually a full-size bed in that one now. When before I had a full size, but it was 2 twins, and then you joined them together and you had the queen. It was like a big queen size, but now I've got a full size bed in there with a mattress, and it feels so nice. Yeah, the bigger one's so cool. It took about the same, maybe a little longer, because I had to repaint the entire outside and coat the roof. and then do the undercarriage, and then I put lights underneath the whole entire bottom. You saw that the whole bottom section has those remote lights, and then I had to do the whole floor. Oh my gosh, the floor sucked.
I noticed that if I was like, I
The
was
floor really sucked, but I got the whole floor down.
when I was catching them, and they turned real hard.
And then the very, very meticulous painting I had to do on the whole inside of that camper is so. I had to tape everything off. I have to pay attention to detail. I can't see lines that are crooked and lines that are messed up. I have to see almost like a perfectly straight line. When you have two colors meeting each other, it can't be. I'm so picky about that because it'll drive me crazy. I literally, after I got done painting, I literally sat there and looked the whole thing over until I painted. I had to get up and take a little fine paintbrush and fix a straight line. I could not settle with that trailer being, the paint being not perfect in that trailer. And it's got so many coats on the inside. The outside does too, but it's lasting pretty good. I mean, it still looks really good on the inside and the outside. So thank goodness for all the time I put into it. Yeah, the smaller one, you'll have to go and see that one too. The small one, I had to rewire the whole thing, the whole trailer, inside and out. That was not fun. And it's got undercarriage lights too. Yeah, I think I have that, but I haven't been diagnosed with it yet. But what's COD? I mean, what OCD? I mean, what you have to like, everything has to be perfect, and you go over it and over and over and over it, or you just sit there and fantasize about it being perfect, and if it's not perfect, you have to fix it. I mean, what is it? What is? My brother said OCD. He was OCD, but I looked up. I think I looked it up one time and said, "There's no way he's OCD." I can't remember. I will have to go back and look what it means.
It's supposed to be like clam or scallop.
But yeah, I think I have maybe a little bit of it, or I'm just a perfectionist. Because it'll bug me if it's got anything wrong. I'll come back. I'll go in there every single day and I'll look at it and see if anything's changed, like flaked off, or. And I had to. I mean, I literally went back and forth for days perfecting the paint.
I think if I put pine mushrooms in there, I'd be hard pressed to know which one's which.
Well, I know what autism is. I don't have autism. I had.
He likes Neil Young.
I think when I was younger, it took me longer to learn in school, but it was because I couldn't focus. When I read, I would get a headache. I couldn't focus when I was reading because my mind would wander and go blurry and go back to the where I'm reading again, and I would just say F it. I'm not doing that. But I could read and write and everything else just fine. It was just when it came to reading and taking tests, I just didn't do very good. I had to study. When I got older, I could do just fine, but when I was younger, I had a hard time. They had to put me in like some different classes when I was growing up back in elementary school. But autism, my friend's son is autistic, and so I've never been diagnosed with anything like that. Um, but OCD, I think I might have some OCD. I don't know because it runs in my family. My dad's just we are like perfectionists. Everything has to be neat. But then again, I'm not like overly clean either. I can be, but when I don't want to be, I'm not. But I know everything I have. That's what's crazy. Even if I have a million things sitting right here, I know what I have. It's crazy. I'm like one of those messy but perfectionist kind of people that can be messy at the same time. But when I'm perfect, it's overly perfect. It almost gives me a headache. I have to just say, I just have to let it go sometimes. It'll actually drive me freaking crazy. But I've never heard anybody say autistic. Oh, okay, yeah. Hoarding? Okay, I have it. Yeah, I hoard. But I know what I have. You know what I mean? I might forget for a second what I have, but when I get looking for it, I'll be like, "Oh, I know where it's at," and I'll find it. But yeah, I do have one of everything on the earth. It seems like that's terrible too. That is terrible, but it's because I don't want to go without something. I have to have everything. Not really. I don't have to have everything, but I have to have one of everything. No, but I got like, I don't know. I got something funny. I know something funny's going on. I don't pull out my hair though. There's 3 people in here. I think somebody might be sleeping. Okay, does it? I didn't know that. But I also heard something negative about OCD, and I'm like, no, there's no freaking way. I heard something is suicidal or something like that, and I'm not anything like that. I'm just, yeah, I have a lot of stuff, but, and everything has to be like, I don't know, when I'm doing projects, it has to be a perfect project. But I have great results. When I spend a lot of time on my projects, they last me a long, long time. I don't cut corners. I used to build homes. I mean, I started from learning how to frame homes to becoming a lead foreman, and then a lead under the foreman, then a foreman, then a superintendent, and then I made it all the way up to project manager. Started my own side business, I and then everything went right downhill with the whole marriage thing. So I ended up getting divorced and stopped all of it. Got into, I mean, before all that, I was a mechanic and I could work on just about anything. Built a lot of cars. Where I did a lot of repairs on cars because I was a frontline mechanic, but I could also remove engines and trannies, and I could rebuild motors. I couldn't do anything with the transmissions except for install them and and take stuff off and put stuff on, and but the internal guts, I didn't know anything about the internal uh, parts of a transmission. But I did auto mechanics for years, and then I got into framing, and then when that all the other bad stuff happened, I got into um, got my CDL, and I learned really fast with my CDL, and then I became independent driver, and then a trainer. I trained people how to drive trucks. So I mean, I'm very detail orientated, but so having that, if I am that way, it's helped me through my life. I've got just about everything paid off in my life, so that's what I like it to be. Just paid off my house last year, so we own this house. So nice. I'm on my way to paying off my entire land. That's my goal now this year. I've almost got it paid off. But all the vehicles, everything is done. I don't have to worry about nothing except for the land. Heck yeah, I could not believe I would paid the house off. I can't believe it. The land is the next thing. I own part of it, but I have to pay off the rest because I just purchased 12 more acres of land. So it's almost like kind of like starting over, but not really. I'm halfway. Yep, that's me. Except for the land, I'm working on paying off the land. But yeah, it's so nice. If I lost my job, I wouldn't have stress like other people do. And that's one big reason why I'm doing my YouTube channel is to pick up extra income. I've always done side work, and now I do my YouTube now that I'm getting, a little bit older. I'm not that old, but I am getting a little bit older, so it's nice to be able to have something that I don't physically work. That's a lie though. I do physically work for this more than I work more on my YouTube channel than I do as a truck driver. And I work hours, a lot of hours as a truck driver, but my YouTube is physical, mental, everything is the most stressful. People have no idea when you don't have editing education on how to edit videos well enough for people to actually sit down and enjoy. I have no, I taught myself. I just, I didn't, I started from, some of the videos, I'm like, why do I upload them? People are like, no, you need to just upload them. You get better over time. But I'm self-taught with almost everything I've done except for, you know, auto mechanics. I had to do some school for that, and I had to do school for framing and stuff like that. But most this YouTube is so, oh my word. It's why I was saying when I get to a certain point, I'm going to hire a guy to film me, a guy or gal or girl, someone to actually do the filming, and then hire someone to do the editing. So I can just go make videos. That's my goal. I want to just go make videos, fill up those SIM cards, and somebody else can put them together, edit the videos, and that'll be cool to have somebody filming when I'm out. But I got to pay someone to do it, and there's 13 of us in the family. I can't get anybody to help me. Nobody wants to help. But it's all good. I'm self-taught, so I can do it myself the rest of my life if I have to. Traveling Robert does that for a living in an RV. Yeah. That's awesome. You gotta have some money set aside to be traveling and spending all that money in fuel and keep up on everything on the insurance, all that kind of stuff. You gotta have some money, but yeah, okay. Sounds good. You have a good night. I gotta get off here pretty soon anyways and call it a night myself too. But yeah, you have a good night. I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Who all's in here? Who's still in here? I'm going to probably hang up here in a little bit. Probably end this live stream. So I'm pick it up back up tomorrow. We're already in for 3 hours and 52 minutes. So definitely sounds good. About to pass out here. Enjoy the night. Right on. So did I. Thanks for hanging out for as long as you did. Long time. Yep. Say hi to everybody, and you guys have a good night. And we'll catch you guys back on live stream tomorrow. I'm going to get set up out in the Ozarks and introduce you guys to my brother. So you guys have a good night. Is there anybody else in here? It shows 3 people in here. Is anybody else in here?
But they still look really good. I did 2 different types of methods. So I did 2 different methods. This one I did, I cooked it, like I pre-cooked the plums. And
Could get it run, keep it running till 4 hours even. That's gonna be the longest live stream yet. I don't know if there's anybody out here that will watch one for that long. Maybe there is. So guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I really didn't want the skin to peel, but oh well, maybe in the comments you guys can tell me what I did wrong. I poked both holes in both sides, like both sides of the plum.
All right, everybody. You guys have a good night. And we'll see you back tomorrow. And hopefully you guys will join my live stream then. You guys have a great night, a great morning, wherever you guys are watching. We'll see you guys later.